just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people, don't mess with this. Let's go.
Good morning to you. It is Patrick and the people. Hope you are doing amazing today. It's going to be a great day here. We had a great day yesterday, but let me introduce to you who's in the studio today. To my right, it is Amanda, the owner of the Break Room. How are you this morning?
I'm fantastic, Patrick. How are you this morning?
I am good. Did you have a good day yesterday?
I did. What about you? Well, I know what kind of, at least morning y'all had. I'm kind of jealous I wasn't here.
Yeah, no, I did. It was a great morning yesterday. We had a real good show. It was great to have Lori in. Bundy, how are you today, man?
I'm doing good, brother. Good morning.
Good. Bundy is the owner of Bundy Electric. So if you have some home or business electrical needs, Bundy can definitely help you out. Is that?
Yeah. Reach out to me on Bundy Electric on Facebook.
Bundy Electric on Facebook. You can also find the Break Room on Facebook, correct?
You can. Bundy and I were talking about some jobs this morning, so I'm hoping to get him to work in Little Rock this week.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Me up.
Well, there you go. You're doing business right here. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
the people do. Are always doing some kind of business. So a couple big things. We had some record numbers yesterday, which was fantastic.
Nice.
And by the way, thank you for the great reviews on Facebook. I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, if anybody listening can post a review on Facebook of the show, that's a great help to us, and it really helps encourage other people to get involved. I know that you guys are sharing and telling everybody out there, and we do appreciate the hell out of that. A lot of good stuff to talk about today, and I think we have a lot of interesting things. We'll talk a little bit about some Halloween stuff, a little bit of Thanksgiving stuff, and we got some OnlyFans stuff. We got
Yours?
yeah. Well, you mine? No, probably not.
Do you have a special discount code for us?
Yes, I do. Yeah, promo code.
Yeah. If you leave a review.
Angry,
If
naked,
you leave a
angry,
review, yes.
naked, angry. Yeah. So we've got a lot of really interesting things I think today that you're going to enjoy hearing, and we really do appreciate you guys a great deal for being here. Let's get to a little bit of news, information, things you can use. Now, yesterday, if you weren't around, Laura was criticizing the birthdays that we do every day. She felt like they were boring.
Yeah, I heard
And
that.
so here, in honor of her, I did bring a birthday in that was a little different today. I want to give a very, very happy 28th birthday to Kiera Nicole. You may know her from fine films like Bachelor Party Orgy or How to Train a Hot Wife. Yes, she is a mattress actress. And
Good for her.
yeah, so happy birthday to her. And I hope good naked things for her today. As far
Are
as,
they still doing up and comers?
I don't know. It's a great question. I'm not really sure. Let's see who else has a birthday that matters to you. Probably nobody. Let's see. Hey, Henry Winkler, remember that guy
Oh, yeah.
from Waterboy or the Fonz? If
Fonz.
you're real old, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, he's 79.
Wow.
I
Not
figured he
so,
was older, honestly.
not so Fonz anymore. You know what I mean? Gavin Rossdale is 59.
What?
Yeah,
Now I feel old.
right. The bassist for the Eagles, Timothy B. Schmidt. He's the one with the super high voice. I can't tell you why.
Oh,
that
that
guy. Yeah, I think that's the only one I remember him singing. But he's 77. AC/DC's former drummer Chris Slade is 78. This is cool. You ever seen that show Cash Cab?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ben
yes,
Bailey,
yes.
he's 54, the host
Wow.
of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that
Yeah.
still on?
That was such
I
a
feel like
fun
I hadn't
show.
seen it in
I
forever.
hadn't seen it in forever. I don't know either. And I don't want to trigger anyone, but first daughter and entrepreneur Ivanka Trump is 43. I apologize. That's your little trigger warning right there, you know. Let's get down to some news that you do give a damn about. So here's what's going on in the world today. Travelers, take note of a new rules change. Airlines are now required to refund passengers automatically for canceled or significantly delayed flights.
Yeah.
Yeah, under the DOT's new rules, the airlines will be required to provide cash refunds promptly without you asking. Domestic flights delayed by 3 hours or more, international flights by 6 or more qualify for a full refund. They'll also have to refund for services passengers paid for but were not provided, such as the Wi-Fi or entertainment.
That's awesome. What
yeah,
is
for
their
sure.
definition of promptly?
Well, that's a great question. In airport terms, I don't know what that
It's like
means.
6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, it's like going through the quick line to check in.
Sean says good morning, and that dart from day one was really awesome.
Oh,
on the
Sean, yeah. Hey,
Facebook.
Sean,
Good morning, Sean.
if you didn't see the
and
show,
Ray.
yes, if you didn't see the show this morning or yesterday, I'm sorry, Sean Skelton, a longtime listener and friend, I helped he and his wife sell their home and buy some
Nice.
land. But he came in yesterday to meet them, and we just pulled him into a chair over there and said, sit down and hang out with us.
Yeah, he
And-
did great.
Oh,
no, he did great. He was fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'll have to have him back up here again because I really enjoyed his take on some things. It was a lot of fun. So we want to have more of you guys in the studio. So don't be afraid to ask. Somebody said, "Well, I'm not important." I said, "Well, why don't you come in and sit down
I'm
with
not
us and
either.
hang out?
Right.
Who's important here? We're all the same, man.
Everybody's
We're
important.
we're all the same, baby." So apparently, this is awkward. Hours before the news about Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz breaking up, it was announced they're starring in a new film together. Seems like bad timing to break up, but Dave Bautista posted that he,
Ooh.
Tatum, and Kravitz would be in a film called Alpha Gang. Also stars Kate Blanchett and Riley Keough, who I think is the granddaughter of Elvis, if
Oh,
I'm not
really?
mistaken. Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe, yeah, I think it's granddaughter.
Is this like another one of those game movies or something?
I don't know what the hell it is. I have no idea.
LARPing.
I
Have you
don't.
seen-
LARPing.
Have you seen Dave Bautista?
I
lately?
love Batista.
What about it?
He's just, I watched him back in the day wrestling, and he
Yes.
was huge. He was such
Oh,
a
right.
great guy.
Yeah.
And I
Watching
think he's
him act
got
is
some
awesome.
kind of
All
illness
these.
or ailment, maybe.
No, man.
No.
No, here's what happens is look, to keep that body like that,
Right,
it's
right.
an immense
Gotta
amount
stop.
of work. I mean,
Yeah.
I promise you that there's no days The Rock takes off from the
No.
gym.
Right,
You
right.
understand, to stay looking
Final
like
boss
that?
is
Mhm.
back.
And John Cena, if you look at him now, he's much, much smaller than he was.
Really?
Is.
But I'll tell you what I have come to find, it took a while for him to grow on me, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
mean, as a wrestler, he was a little hokey to me, but my
Ugh,
son loved him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I just kind of had this cheese
Right,
version of
right.
him,
Mhm.
but he has become quite the funny actor. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
his
he's
facial
hilarious.
expressions are
He's
pretty damn great.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And
Like-
when he first came out wrestling, his whole gig was he was a rapper.
Right.
Yes.
He came
Yeah.
out with the big chain on
Yeah. Oh
my
and
Yeah.
gosh.
oversized football jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's came a long way.
No, he's definitely come a long way from that guy, and I will, credit somewhat The Rock with, their battle that lasted for a year or two was a real big win for him, I think, being able to engage with the number one all-time wrestler.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Didn't,
that
didn't
helped.
hurt him a bit.
Right.
Let's see. Traffic was at a standstill on I-17 north of Phoenix recently, and someone decided to make it kind of fun for drivers. Maybe not. An unnamed person snuck up on the idling cars fully dressed as Michael Myers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Big traffic jam, standstill, and Ryan Blavel shared footage from the scene on Facebook. He was looking to tag the guy in the footage. He applauded the person for making the wait more fun. But that would make me a little anxious. I'll be honest with you. You walk up to my window like that, you might catch something you don't
Yeah.
want.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, like the end of my gat. You know what I'm saying? I don't play around. Don't walk up to my window in a mask.
No.
Nothing ruins a good night's sleep like a nightmare. While we all have them, they can be about anything. It turns out some are much more common. To find out what wakes us up in the middle of the night, Amerisleep surveyed 2,000 adults about nightmares. So it revealed some gender difference. Women are more likely to have a bad dream about a loved one dying. Men tend to have more dreams about technology fails or bugs crawling on them. I've literally never had a dream about either of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
According to this sleep expert, nightmares are triggered by real life stress.
Yeah.
So what nightmare do people have most frequently? Care to guess?
Falling
Care to guess?
or Michael Myers.
Yeah, I would say falling. Like
Falling is the
falling.
correct answer. Yeah, that's a great job. Great job. Both of you score an A right there.
A plus.
64% of people have experienced that. Now, here's the question. Have you ever, in your dream, when you've had a dream where you're falling, right?
Mhm.
You ever hit the ground?
No.
No. Have you?
No, never.
No. They say if you do, you die. So don't hit the ground when you're dreaming, okay?
Matrix. You die in your dreams, you die in real life.
Number 2, I have had this dream more than once, being chased.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's never a good one.
I
Death,
can never run fast either.
man,
It's like slow motion running.
it is. I don't know. I think maybe a lot of people have this happen. I'm not sure. But I know that in dreams, I've been like, you feel like you're pinned against a wall and I'm trying to swing, but everything's
yeah.
going
It's like
slow
mud.
and I can't.
It's like you're underwater.
I can't yell. I can't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It's real weird. Yeah. Feeling lost, being trapped, getting attacked, missing an important event, waking up late, death of a loved one, being injured, losing teeth, and natural disasters. Let me ask, have you ever done this? Have you ever just woke up, you heard your alarm, right? You wake up, you're like, oh God, I feel like I'm late. You jump up, you get dressed, and then you look at your clock again and you realize it's the middle of the night.
Yeah,
I've
100%.
never done that.
You've never done
I've
that?
never.
Man,
done
it must
that.
just be my anxiety,
I
man.
did it
I've
this
heard
week.
of it.
You did?
Yeah, this week I did it. I woke up at like 3:30 and went to use the bathroom, put my pants on, and then realized it was 3:30.
Yeah,
I still
and
had
you're
like
like-
an hour and a half before I get up.
And usually that's a big win. You're like,
Ooh.
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, go
Another
right
hour and a
back to
half.
sleep.
Yeah, no, I'll take those pants back
Uh-huh,
off. That's no
uh-huh.
problem.
Yep.
Right, that's a good one. Drowning is probably my biggest fear. Is
Oh, yeah?
drowning. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I guess because my mom used to tell me a story when I was a kid about drowning that I've not ever had the fear of it. But she said that she was rescued once. She was drowning. She did drown, I guess, technically,
Goodness.
Wow.
and she said she had already, she was basically riding down.
So
She's out of
saw,
air,
like, ooh.
and they pulled her out. But she told me, I said, how scary, and she said, really, it was crazy. She said it was scary for like 30 seconds, and then it was the most peaceful thing in the world.
I bet.
And I was like, wow, and
Jesus
so
is coming.
Yeah.
I don't know why that eliminated most of that fear for me.
Thank
Right.
you for sharing that with me.
Yeah.
Because that really helps me. Because I
Yeah,
know
that's
that
one of
the
my worst fears as
drowning,
well.
Yeah, no,
Not being able to breathe, suffocation.
yeah, now that's a different story to me. If you put me in a real confined space where I can't breathe, I might hurt myself trying to get out.
Yeah. No, I got to get out. I got to always have to have a way out. I've got to know the exit. I'm a
Yeah.
sit in the corner, my back.
Well,
to the
Yeah.
I think
corner.
we determined yesterday we were non-spelunkers, so
Oh, 100%.
I'm not wedging in anything that small, so to
I've seen
speak.
Descent. I've seen Descent.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't need
No, we good.
that. With 6 days till the election, hold on.
Oh God.
Oh, God is right.
Both the vice president and former president are increasing campaign activity at their rallies. Both continue to push the same issues. You know this.
I like the way you put that campaign, whatever you're saying, campaign issues or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Harris addressed a crowd of what they said was 75,000 people in Washington yesterday. And Trump spoke at the People's Center in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And when asked during an interview in Milwaukee why she hasn't accomplished the things she's proposing to do in her possible administration, Harris replied, well, I'm not the president. No, it's
That's a valid point.
yeah, no,
argument.
sure. Yeah, no, you definitely not at least today. The Trump campaign headed back to Joe Rogan's studio. Apparently, he's been trying to get Kamala Harris on there, and they've been negotiating, but they haven't been able to come to terms. My understanding is she wanted him to come where she was for an
Right.
hour, and he was like, no, you need to come here, and we're not doing it for an hour. And so they're kind of going back and forth. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance said, I'll be there.
Yeah.
So he's showing up today.
Nice.
At a Get Out the Vote rally in Savannah, Georgia yesterday, the candidate for Vice President Tim Walz said Trump's a loser in everything he's done. Well, he's pretty rich. I mean, I'd like to be a loser if I was that rich. During a video call for Latino outreach, President Joe Biden defended the Puerto Rican community after the jab from Tony Hinchcliffe during the Madison Square Garden event. Now, I'm sure a lot of people saw this guy. A lot of people talk about this podcast, and it must be good. Kill Tony?
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
Oh,
ask
that is
you
such a good
the other day.
podcast.
Okay. Well, so
It is so funny.
Okay,
Gotta
so
watch it,
Tony, Tony, who is, I guess, Kill Tony, right?
I guess.
Okay.
I hope so.
He was the comedian who was at the event at Madison Square Garden. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's really edgy comedy.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, and I was surprised actually by it. But there's been a lot of backlash over it.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, if I were at a comedy club, everything he said was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I think it was just the
but
thing
it's
that he
the-
did
it's-
it at the political.
did it.
Well, he did, and
I don't know.
you
I
know,
gotta apologize.
people are going to seize on that. You know, well, I think basically he. In comedy, there's different ways to deliver things. Misdirection is one of the best, you know. And so he was talking about, you know, he said, you know, that there is a big, Patrick garbage in the middle of the
Right.
ocean, right?
Which there actually is.
And yes, there is, Pacific Garbage Patch. But he said, you know it as Puerto Rico, you know.
Yeah,
and
classic misdirection.
yeah, so you know, he flipped the switch on them. But that obviously created problems, and everybody, you know, not everybody, but some people are mad about it. I thought that what they were really trying to do, because it seemed like when I saw it that he mentioned almost every race you could mention, all kinds of nationalities. I felt like they were trying to make a statement about speech. You know, it was just a bold, edgy thing to do, and well, we'll see what happens. President Biden appeared at the port of Baltimore yesterday to bring news about the future of American ports. He announced a $3 billion investment from his Inflation Reduction Act to upgrade 55 ports in 27 states, including $147 million for the port of Baltimore to decarbonize its cargo handling operations. Well, I'm certain that's necessary.
Decarbonize.
Decarbonize, that's right. We all need to decarbonize, don't we?
Can I do a quick little shameless plug for the break room?
Yes, you may.
So next week, since next week is
Ooh,
election
yeah.
week.
Hold on.
Yeah. Thank you for the
Yeah.
the trigger warning.
Yeah.
We are going to be open Monday and Wednesday. We're not normally open those days, but we're going to be open Monday and Wednesday from 11 to probably 8 o'clock. For anybody that needs to come out, whatever side you're on, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Many of you need to.
Yeah, come on out. We'll even be running some specials like $20 for 20 minutes if you just need to pop in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give me a shout. 501-831-8047.
Last time I heard $20 for 20 minutes.
It was 95.
Different rage room.
Look, you got
Smash room, a different smash
yeah,
room.
that's right, a different smash room altogether. But look, listen, man, if you're the person who's on Facebook yelling at everybody, arguing with people, just put the keyboard down, back up, head over to the break room, drop a 20 spot, and get your angst on. You know, just clean all that out of you and be done with it and move on with your damn life, so you don't have to, you know, spend time arguing with clowns on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently the Supreme Court ruled yesterday rejecting Robert Kennedy's efforts to have his name taken off the ballots in Michigan and Wisconsin. Over 50 million early ballots have already been cast, so a lot of people are out and voting, I'll say that. And that's good. I mean, that everybody that can vote probably should vote.
Absolutely.
I said almost everybody that can vote should probably vote.
I'm
You know
agreeing
if
with
you're
you.
crazy and you shouldn't
Right.
vote, don't do it if you're
Crazy
crazy.
doesn't know they're crazy.
Well, you're probably right. Okay, it'll be next year before we find out what the impact the recent E. coli outbreak had on McDonald's. But I'll tell you this, and I understand why. Their third quarter sales jumped up quite a bit because they launched that $5 value meal again.
Yeah, they did.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, listen, everybody's out here paying $10, $12 for a drive-through
Yeah.
and losing their minds. And McDonald's said, okay, look, you know, maybe we could bring the value meal back and drop a $5 on them. And everybody said, yep, I'll take that
I'll take
$5.
that.
Yeah.
Especially when y'all have got the apple pie in there. We were
Oh, is
coming
that in
through.
there too?
I think it's in like, or
Oh, wow.
it's at least on the value menu. Maybe
Okay.
maybe I need to be quiet, but I mean a piping hot apple pie.
You like
from
that, huh?
McDonald's, I do.
Yeah,
Mm.
okay, all right. Let's see, jaywalking legalized in New York City.
Shut up.
Thank you.
Yeah, they just passed that last month. It became a law over the weekend. So jaywalking now legal. Council member says the move ends disparity because 90% of jaywalking tickets were issued to people of color last year. The new law permits pedestrians to cross the road anywhere, just like the chicken.
I just
Have
thought
you ever
they
been to
did
New
it
York?
anyways, yeah. I
I
mean,
was about to
it's
say in New
just
York,
how it is
nobody pays
anyways.
attention to the crosswalks
That's
anyway.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that they probably did away with that in like 57.
Right.
Yeah, somewhere around there. In 1938, in Des Moines, Iowa, kids in Iowa went trick-or-treating Halloween night for the last time until now. In an effort to fight hooliganism, the city allowed kids to put on their costume and go door to door for treats on Beggar's Night, usually the night before Halloween. The event was set for tonight, but a forecast for rain caused them to put it off till tomorrow on Halloween.
Halloween.
So they're actually going to get to trick or treat. Hadn't done it for a long time, so good for them.
Good for them. It looks like it's going to pour tomorrow in good Arkansas
it?
fashion. It's like 90% chance of rain.
Oh, really?
Man,
But I mean, it's Arkansas, so we don't.
We haven't had
do
any yet.
kids
I
trick or
know,
treat
we
in the
need
rain?
all the time.
I would have.
Oh,
I would
yeah,
have
for
trick or
sure.
treated in a blizzard. I don't
We
give a damn. Can I
did.
get a Reese's? Yeah,
Yep.
I'm out.
Oh, it just adds
We
to the creepy vibe, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
the
The
danger.
parents hate it though. You're like,
Yeah.
God.
They got their walking one. They're fine.
Let's see. Okay, no more of that. I can't talk anymore about any more politics. Okay, so here we go. Over the weekend, a group of bystanders in Lakewood, Colorado, prevented a tragic situation after a driver suffered a medical emergency behind the wheel. The driver's car started rolling toward a lake,
Oh, God.
and witnesses quickly tried to pull the driver from the vehicle, but the doors wouldn't open.
Uh-oh.
Thinking fast, they came up with a plan to stop the car. They placed large rocks and tree branches in front of the tires and managed to get it to a stop.
There you go.
Wow.
Picture showed just how close it came to going in the lake. Can you see that?
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
when I
Wow.
tell you,
Right
when I tell you this is like something out of a movie that it barely stopped, that lady's got to be thankful. Lakewood police praised the bystanders for saving the driver, and their efforts made a real difference. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's good to see that.
MacGyver.
Yeah, you get good people doing good things is always awesome. Well, over the weekend, a dad and his two sons were rescued from the ocean near Hawaii by the Coast Guard. Their boat capsized, took place Saturday, made a distress call, didn't give the exact location.
There's no mile markers in the ocean.
No, not really. They dispatched a helicopter and a plane to search. It took about 5 hours
Oof.
before locating them clinging to their overturned vessel. Rescued the father and sons without life jackets. Yeah, that's a bad idea, boss. Prompting Honolulu Sector Command Duty Officer Lieutenant Zachary Kaiser. Jesus, could you have a longer title?
Seriously.
Can you say
Come
that
on, I had to
again
take
for
a
me?
breath in the middle of that. Honolulu Sector Command Duty Officer Lieutenant Zachary Kaiser stressed the importance of carrying a marine radio for emergency and wearing life jackets. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so, but I'm even though I'm not afraid of drowning, I am very respectful of the ocean because I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
Water is undefeated in its power.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
There's nothing more powerful on the
No.
planet than water.
And everything that's underneath, like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, you know what? I learned, I do love the ocean to go and snorkel. I do not like walking around in my bare feet down there. I don't want anything to do with that. There's too much down
Right.
there. And I've watched too many damn nature shows of all those things.
That was my problem. I
Absolutely.
never cared about it. And then me and Jamie went to the beach one year for our anniversary or something, and it was Shark Week.
Oh, yeah.
So I just happened to watch like 20 hours of people getting mauled by sharks.
Yeah.
Yes,
No
and
kidding.
It's always the shallow water.
Now, let me tell you how right you are, okay? So when I was probably, God, man, I had to be 22, 23 years old, 24, I don't know, somewhere in that young 20s range. Went on a very small cruise ship to the Bahamas, and I went to a restaurant called The Pier. It's in Freeport, all right? And I think it's still there. But what they do is you go out, as the name implies, you have dinner on a pier.
Right.
All right. Well, at a certain time, they literally ring a bell, and all the sharks swim up to
Oh.
get food. They ring a bell, and they come like dogs, okay? And they create a feeding frenzy right there.
No.
Oh,
And
wow.
you're sitting there eating on the dock, watching these sharks just go ham, right? It's
Yeah.
really dope, right? So the next day, went on what's called a booze cruise.
Mhm.
And, that's a little boat that takes you to an island somewhere and everybody's getting hammered down.
Yeah.
And so they're serving these Bahama mamas on the cruise over. And I'm just knocking, boom, boom.
Boom.
I'm just killing them out here because I'm in my 20s. And in your
Right.
20s, you don't understand that there's a stopping point. You
Yeah.
just keep going. That's what
Especially
you
if you're
do.
on a boat.
Yeah. Oh, especially if you're hot. on a
Yes.
boat,
On a boat.
in the Bahamas,
Yes.
already spliffed up. You know what I mean?
No bathroom.
So we get to the island, and I am hammer town, yo. I mean, I'm straight hammer town. And so I decide I'm going to swim out a little ways, you know. And I bet I swim out 100 yards, maybe,
Wow.
you know.
Mhm.
And I was out there for a good while, laughing, having a good time by myself, you know, just kicking my feet, doing my thing. Well, as you might imagine, because I got so hammered, the next morning when I woke up, it didn't feel so good.
Yeah.
Right.
So he said, let's just stay in, you know.
Yeah.
And we were watching, guess what? Shark Week.
Shark Week.
Yeah. And so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden it says, you know, sharks aren't nearly as dangerous to man as you think. Take, for example, this popular booze cruise in the Bahamas. And I went,
No.
no. And they said, as you can see, only a couple 100 yards away, hundreds of sharks. And I'm like,
Oh, God.
no, I'm done. I'm out.
Oh,
I want to go home now. I don't want any more. A Massachusetts man preparing to run the Great World Race, an ambitious event which participants run 7 marathons on
Wow.
7 continents in 7 days.
jeez.
That's a marathon every day
Wow.
for 7 days. If you don't know, a marathon is 26 miles.
Yep.
You ever seen someone with that?
26.2.
Yeah, that's actually right. You ever seen someone with that silly oval sticker on the back of their car that says 13.1, you arrogant prick?
Yep.
Why do I need to know how far you can run? I'm fat. I don't run like that. I
So
wouldn't
the
run that
van-
far if Jason Voorhees was chasing me.
The van did a 0K event a few years ago.
0K.
at Vino's.
That's
yeah.
the best
That's
run
my
ever.
kinda
We
race,
had a
yeah.
blast. We
I
all
bet.
had our run numbers
Oh,
on.
that's awesome.
We're all just sitting in Vino's.
We should do like a 1K, a half K. That'd
Oh,
be
I love
fun.
it. I love
Yeah,
it.
we should do
Yeah.
maybe
Quarter K.
Quarter
Maybe,
K.
maybe that'll be a great fundraiser for the van.
We
maybe
like it.
maybe next
We
year
should
we
do
could
that
do that.
again.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Who wants to help us with a quarter K?
Yeah,
fundraiser for
a
the
great
van?
quarter K fundraiser for the van. I'm sure somebody out there can help us. Bill Murphy of Grafton, Massachusetts, is going to take part in this event. His goal to raise 50 grand for Make-A-Wish Massachusetts and Rhode Island. According to Make-A-Wish, Murphy's contributions have helped fund many wishes, which averaged $12,000 each. They praised his commitment, saying he competed in the Boston Marathon on crutches in 2021 just to raise money for the organization. So that's his
Wow.
passion project, and he runs for it. I guess, you know, if you're going to have a reason to run, that's as good of a reason as any could be.
Yeah.
I have no reason to run.
No.
Okay.
I will die.
I
have to run.
Get ready for the lunar real estate boom. That's right, the lunar boom.
Lunar boom.
Yeah, Chinese scientists have revealed a new type of brick they hope can be used to build the first base and inhabitable houses on the surface of the moon.
Oh, I thought this was just like a good time of the month or something.
Right,
for
no.
real estate or
No,
something.
the moon soil bricks are designed to slot together to make construction easier. They're tougher than normal earthly bricks.
Okay.
How much tougher? Lunar bricks have 3 times the compressive strength of a red brick and concrete brick and are able to withstand a weight of more than a ton per square centimeter. That's like hurricane proof type stuff.
That's
there.
right. We
yeah,
need
so
that
we're
in
not using
Tornado
this
Alley.
here.
Yeah, we need some of that here. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might seem hard to believe, but the last starring Hollywood role that Johnny Depp took on was back in 2018 with Fantastic Beasts. The role drought appeared to be coming to an end, or it is coming to an end. Reports now say Depp is set to star in a movie called Day Drinker. Not ironic at all. A thriller being distributed by Lionsgate. He'll be starring with Penelope Cruz. It's his first major big screen appearance since his well-publicized and horrific divorce from Amber Heard, who you may remember squatted down and hunked a dirt snake in his bed and admitted it.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And admitted it.
She did nothing for the Me Too movement.
No,
No,
she didn't.
thank you, Amber.
She didn't help anybody anywhere.
No. Ray said, "Wow, people still think we can really go to the moon, huh?"
That's right. Yeah, we're still pretending,
We're
buddy.
still pretending, Ray.
That's right. You saw the flag, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be waving on the moon, should it, huh? Yeah, somebody's been watching a lot of conspiracy TV.
Fun at 3 a.m.
It is. It's a great fun, especially if
Body
you're
cam
split
footage.
out.
Yeah.
Fun fact, a dollar figure that has 36 zeros in it is called a decillion.
Oh,
A
you didn't know that?
decillion.
can I have a decillion.
A decillion.
I want a decillion.
Now, how do I know that? Because a Russian court just ordered Google to pay $20 decillion.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the court found Google's decision to block multiple Russian channels from YouTube was worthy of an exorbitant fine.
Dang.
Important to note, a quick Google search of how much money is there in the world
It ain't
turns
that.
out the result of 5 trillion in physical and 80 trillion in broad money, defined as checking, savings account, all of that different things. So there's not even a
I was
decillion on the
gonna
planet.
say.
Wow.
So it sounds like Google's got a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming for those kidneys.
Yeah, they're going to have to wash some dishes and stuff on the
Yeah,
side, you know.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
gonna be like Nick Cage with all his movies.
Oh
trying to
my
pay off
God.
his taxes.
Yeah.
Could be in
Yeah.
everything.
Hey, look, Bruce Willis, before he really, took that turn, man, that dude made like 5,000 movies. They're still
Yeah.
releasing Bruce Willis movies. I'm like, how many movies this guy in? He's like Kevin Hart now.
I love Bruce.
I do too, man.
Morning, Curtis. Curtis Roman says, "Good morning, Patrick and crew."
Oh, what's up,
Good
Curtis?
morning.
Curtis is
Dude.
awesome. He is the facilities manager for Goodwill of Arkansas.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
And let me do a
Love you,
quick
Curtis.
plug because, and this is completely unsolicited. They're not a sponsor or anything like that. But I learned about this, and if you don't know, it's really, really cool. So there are 49 Goodwills
Mhm.
in the state of Arkansas. Okay, they're all owned under that Goodwill umbrella that's corporate, and their corporate office is on I-30.
Yep.
In the old, I think, what was that, a teletype, AT&T type building
Yeah,
at one point.
AT&T, I
It's a
believe.
very large building. You've seen the Goodwill out there, okay? So you might think to yourself, well, it's just a corporate headquarters. Well, it's a lot more than that. First of all, it's the clearance center,
Yes.
okay? So let's say that you want to buy bulk plates because you got a business that breaks plates, like the break room, right? Everything that's in any Goodwill store, if it hadn't sold in a period of time, it goes here.
To the bins.
Okay,
gotcha.
and then those bins are much cheaper. Now after that,
Yeah, it's by the
they
pound.
package it up and they sell it overseas.
Yep.
Number one, do you know what one of their number one exports overseas is?
Shoes,
Single shoes.
single shoes.
Single
No
shoes.
kidding.
Yeah, amputees. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. Now, but here's what really I want to tell you, and that is cool, by the way.
Very
But
cool.
this is really the cool thing. So inside of that, half of that facility is actually an adult high school.
Yep.
Not a GED program, an actual high school for adults. You can go and get your high school degree
Wow.
free.
Yes.
They have drop-in childcare.
Yep.
Or drop-in child stuff there. Secondly, they have a full-on, and I think they have at least 12 trades.
Yep.
So pharmacy tech, medical tech, construction,
Yep.
welding. I think they do 4 kinds of welding: overhead, TIG, whatever they are.
Yep.
They have several things there, and based on your scenario, you may be able to do all of that free.
Wow.
They specialize in helping people who have no skills at all. They had a homeless guy. He was working, and he was making, I think, $11 an hour somewhere, which is tough to get by on. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
really is.
$11 an hour. I mean, you might do it, but it's going to be hard, right?
Right.
Probably going to need help.
Yeah.
So he went to welding school there, and I don't remember how long it is. It's a few weeks.
Right.
But he came out with a job placement. They placed him, and he started at $19-20 an hour.
Yeah.
He
Nowhere to
doubled
go
his
but up.
income,
Yeah.
and that's starting out. That's not saying if he does a good job over a year or two, he'll probably be significantly higher than that.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
check
yeah.
that
Yeah,
out.
I
I'm
mean,
always-
so-
Cool. There's actually a guy in our BNI group that utilized a lot of Goodwill's services.
Yeah.
He was a veteran. He used their services, and now he's got a fantastic job. I honestly used to dog Goodwill so hard back in the day, and because I didn't know,
You didn't understand what it was about.
understand.
Right.
And
Yeah.
coming from the nonprofit world, I was judging through a certain lens.
Yes,
Um,
and it would be easy to do if
and
you
it would-
don't know.
Absolutely. But then, when I started Cecil and Parker Painting, I had a woman that worked for me whose son was deaf. He had all these health problems, and Goodwill employed him, and he had a good job and gave him more skills so that he could go do more
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, it completely changed. I love Goodwill. Like
No,
I'm a big fan and supporter of
I-
Goodwill. They make my life possible. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, as am I. I've always actually liked them because you can get some good deals there, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know this, and I probably shouldn't put all the secrets out because I won't get all the deals now. But Goodwill works with a lot of large retail stores here.
Yes.
And so these stores, when they get returns, so somebody buys something, they try it on, it doesn't fit, they bring it back. Guess what happens? It goes to Goodwill.
Goes to Goodwill.
Now, they may cut a tag off of it so you don't know where it came
Right,
from or
right,
something
right.
like that. But do you know how many? Matter of fact, this shirt right here,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
this shirt, which is a golf shirt,
Yeah.
and it's a damn nice shirt, I might add. I think this was a $4.99 at
Yeah.
Goodwill.
Nice.
I'm not bullshitting, man.
No, I got a Michael Kors.
A bullshit.
I got a Michael Kors raincoat at Goodwill for
Really?
probably $8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pro Goodwill.
Yeah, but really, if you are looking for a career path, maybe you didn't finish high school, or maybe you did, even, but you don't. Maybe you want a career in IT. I mean, IT is where it's at, man. I mean,
Right.
tech is big. They've got 2 or 3 IT things there.
Tech and trade.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's awesome. Like,
yeah.
Trades. Do
I didn't
trades.
know that.
And I think that's what I was telling them when I was there, because when I was doing the sign job, they became a client of mine, and I began working with them and helping them, and I said, man, you guys, I took a tour of the facility, and
Yeah.
when they showed me that, I said, man, guys, you need to, the word needs to be out on
Right,
this,
right.
man. People don't know about
No,
this. Is
no.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a game changer for people's life,
It is.
Right.
and that's
is.
significant, man.
And I know people that it actually has changed their lives.
Yes.
Like, and I love that. I love that firsthand because I mean, y'all can cater a nice, commercial, and anybody can do that. It's not
Right.
rocket surgery, but to hear somebody's personal firsthand experience
Yeah.
of what that organization has done for them speaks volumes.
It really does. It really does. Back to sports here. Week 14 Monday Night Football game will feature a twist courtesy of The Simpsons. On December 9th, ESPN will be airing the game between the Bengals and Cowboys. However, on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, there'll be another alt cast in the tradition of previous games with Nickelodeon's Slime Time and Toy Story themes. The Simpson broadcast will also feature Peyton and Eli Manning calling the game. For those uninterested in the Simpson treatment,
Peyton and his brother.
I like Peyton
hilarious.
Manning. And I like Eli too. I like
so
Peyton more,
funny.
but I do think they're funny.
They are so funny.
Uh,
I like Peyton more. And the other one, what's his name?
Eli?
No.
Oh.
the
There's
other
a
one.
younger one.
Yeah.
Oh, Arch
What?
Manning? You talking about the
Isn't
young?
That's
That's the grandson.
no. I'm talking about their other brother. They got another brother.
Do
Oh,
they?
I didn't know they had.
I
another
didn't know
brother.
they had another
yeah,
brother.
They got another brother.
He didn't play ball, I guess.
No. But he was on a lot of commercials long before they.
Oh,
were.
really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Who do you think is, even though they both have 2 rings, who's a better quarterback, Peyton or Eli?
Peyton.
I don't know. I gotta
Stop
give it.
lying.
I gotta give it to Eli because he beat Tom Brady
No,
twice.
no,
Yeah,
no,
he stole 2
no,
Super Bowl rings
no,
from Tom Brady.
no, no.
Hey, the Patriots did beat the Jets last week, so I know you're happy about that.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cooper Manning.
Cooper Manning.
Cooper
Oh, I have
Manning.
heard that name.
the
Yeah, I
eldest
forgot about
son.
that.
He is the eldest son, so he is
The non-successful one.
Yeah, well,
Oh, just kidding,
I
Cooper.
would say that he is probably. I don't know. I
He's
found
probably doing
him-
just fine. I imagine all those Mannings are
He
okay.
is a director at the New Orleans energy firm Scotia Howard and Weil.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's hey, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
The era of social media allows everyone to have access to a platform or voice or whatever criticisms, grievances you want to air. The latest person to find that out would be Omri Amrani, the sculptor responsible for the Dwayne Wade statue.
Oh,
Oh, already. Oh, apparently people are
So
upset.
bad.
Bill Simmons called the worst statue of all time. Said it looked like somebody who had emerged from a fire and lived.
It's so bad.
In response to the backlash, he said, I couldn't do any better than that. I don't think anybody else can do better than that. It is what it is. We'll love it forever. When asked if he's seen the reactions, D. Wade said, yeah, I have an iPhone. We don't care. It was a special moment for me and my family. It doesn't need to look like me. It's an artistic version of me. Well, brother, it doesn't look like you. I'll tell you that right now. I know
Like him.
it looks like you were mutated in some kind of chemical
What's up with
incident.
The facial hair. It's
I
just,
don't
it's almost
know.
like back in the day when they wore those ruffled collars or something.
Yeah,
Like, that's what it
yeah,
reminds
yeah.
me of.
It reminds me of trying to do a wood project where I just spent way too long on it and did too much, and I just
Yeah.
over sanded it and
Yeah.
overdid everything. And I'm like, no, this is trash now. Start
That's
over.
trash.
But it probably took him too long. He was like, no, it is what it is. He's going to have a cheese face.
I feel like Dwayne handled it well, though. You know that's going to be
yeah.
awkward because you're trying to be appreciative
Yeah, right.
of the moment. And
Yeah, and then they unveil it, and you're like, what the? Freddy Krueger?
What is this?
The New York Yankees weren't about to get swept in front of their home crowd.
No.
Game 4 started in familiar fashion for the Dodgers with a first-inning 2-run blast off the bat of Freddie Freeman, his 4th home run in as
He's
many
been
games.
killing it.
Man, he is. 6 consecutive World Series game with a homer when you factor in the final 2 games of 2021. Think about that. 6 in a row, 6 games, World Series games in a row, the dude's hit a home run. That's clutch. The Yankees weren't going down without a fight in the 3rd inning, team down 2-1. Anthony Volpe answered back and with a grand slam, gave the Yankees 5-2 lead. In the top of the 5th, Will Smith, not that one, slapped Chris Noah, whittled down that lead to 5-3 with a solo shot, followed by Freeman hitting another good hit, a fielder's choice, bringing in Tommy Edman to 5-4. Bottom of the 6th, Austin Wells go deep with a solo homer run that gave the Yankees 6-4. They blew it open in the 8th with 5 runs and had an 11-4 win. Tonight is Game 5. Now, what do you think? You think that the Dodgers finish it tonight? You think the Yankees just got a little pride at home?
I think they do. Yeah, I think they just wanted to not
be swept.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense on that.
Did you see the kid? Freeman hit the walk-off grand slam in Game 1 to win it. Did you see the kid that caught that ball?
No, I didn't.
Dude, he's like an 11-year-old kid, long blonde hair, and they said, what are you going to do with the ball? He said, I'm going to sell it and buy 14 skateboards and hire the Red Hot Chili Peppers to do my birthday.
That sounds pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the most Los Angeles answer ever.
That's very
Oh my
LA.
gosh.
14
Yeah.
skateboards and Red Hot
And-
Chili
and the
He's
Chili
already done the
Peppers.
math. Like, he literally knows how
Yeah.
much
He
he
had
can
it.
get for
Yeah,
it.
well,
He's like, no, 14.
How much are the Chili
1, 2,
Peppers?
3 more.
Okay, how many skateboards can I get now?
Yeah.
14 of them, okay.
Should be investing it.
Tina said, good morning, my good people. Great to see y'all. Good
morning.
to hear from you. Turner said, good morning, Patrick. Best podcast in Arkansas. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, we're having a good time, and I'm glad that you guys are. Mark said, good morning, brother. Little Doggy said, Doggy loves pie. What kind of pie? You like the apple pie? Is that what you're talking about? Or what kind of pie there, Doggy?
Yeah.
Ben said, good morning. What's up, Hubbard? Angela said, good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Latasha Macon. I love Latasha.
Latasha.
Jay Sorsby said, I'm currently wearing a Goodwill jacket. Hell yeah, you are.
Nice.
Because you're awesome. Latasha said, I love Goodwill. I take my daughter on Sundays when they have Dollar Day.
Yes.
Dollar Day?
Ooh,
I
I
didn't
didn't know
even
it
know
was
about Dollar Day.
Okay,
Let's go.
so Goodwill does a color every week. Currently, the color in all of the Goodwills in Arkansas is red this week. So anything
Okay.
that is red tag currently is half price. Now on Sunday, anything with a red tag is $1.
Really?
Nice.
Yes. So you go on Sundays and you get it for $1.
Wow.
Yeah, this past
It's
Sunday.
like a
I spent-
scavenger hunt of fun.
Oh yeah, I spent less than $100 at 2 different Goodwills and had 2.5 full baskets. Had
She
plenty.
furnished her home.
I furnished the break room. Is what I furnished. Because it's not just that. Because I'll go to the bins on Sunday because it's by the pound and do the toys.
Yeah,
Because they don't weigh as much.
right.
But then I go to the stores and do the dishes and whatnot. But
Yeah.
yes,
So the
go get
Goodwill
color.
over here off I-30 that provides those courses,
Yes.
are they an active store as
yeah,
well?
Well, it's the
That's
clearance
not a
center.
store. That's
Okay,
their
okay.
bins.
Well, yeah, it is a store, but it's the last chance
Not-
clearance.
Yes.
So
I
you're,
gotcha.
yeah,
I like
you're
the
buying by the pound there.
I gotcha.
Seas of blue bins with
Everything.
smorgasbords of stuff in it.
Yeah.
When you go, make sure you wear gloves
Yeah, that's
and
good.
probably have a mask. And I'm not just talking like medical gloves. Like have like
Glove
there's,
gloves?
yeah, 'cause
Work
there's
gloves.
broken glass and stuff that you
Right.
can get stabbed and get hand, foot, mouth disease. It
Hey.
happened. Hey, we were talking about apple pie, weren't we?
Hey.
We're gonna keep that
Curtis
going.
said, man, that was awesome, Patrick. Thank you for that. Well, Curtis, look, I've told you a million times, I love Goodwill. I love what you guys are doing. You guys impress me so much with all that you do in the community. They deserve to know more and more often.
100%.
So
Absolutely.
I'll continue to play that note. You know what I'm saying? Melissa said, so happy to hear Patrick again. Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. Grew up at Goodwill, little doggy said. Finally get to listen to your show again. Glad you're back. Thanks, Opie.
I love it.
And missed you from being on the edge, Melissa said. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that a great deal. Hey, let's do something a little different.
No one talk to me till I have my coffee.
Honey, never mind.
All right, so I know that Halloween is Thursday, and everybody's going to be telling you what costumes you should wear.
Or shouldn't.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about,
good.
what you shouldn't wear,
Good.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
So costume retailers love to sell outfits based on, all types of events and things like that. And according to this article, which I did not write, people think it's fine to wear them. As a friendly reminder, it says there are some costumes that are always a bad idea, like anything that references a tragic event or a culture.
Uh-oh.
But this year, there are specific costumes you'll want to avoid unless you want to make everyone around you uncomfortable and possibly offended.
Ooh. So
These are the ones you want,
I was
right?
gonna
Trigger
say,
warning.
These are the ones
Yeah,
you want.
these are the
trigger
ones you
warning.
want. So
Beep, 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 beep.
you shouldn't dress up as Liam Payne.
Oh,
Aw.
poor guy.
Yeah, that's what it says. Don't dress up as Liam Payne or anything related to One Direction, particularly if it appears that Liam's falling.
Yeah.
Go ahead and stay away from any dead celebrity, it says. Now, it says definitely don't dress up as Diddy or anything related to his parties. You know a lot of people are going to be dressed
I
as
guarantee
Diddy
it.
or something related to his parties.
Absolutely.
Somebody's going to be carrying the baby oil around. You know it's
Yes.
coming.
If they were running around as a bald Britney with a baby, then they're gonna
Yeah, that's right.
with some baby oil.
That's right. An Israeli Defense Force soldier costume, a bad idea, they say.
Who's thinking of that?
I don't know. So is a Putin or Kim Jong-un costume. Who's dressing as either of them? I mean,
Nobody's
this
cared about that
not
in
even-
4 years.
recognizable, really.
Yeah.
You'll probably see some people, hold on, dressed as Donald Trump, but avoid anything related to the assassination attempt. So don't be Donald Trump with blood on your ear, I
With a
guess.
maxi pad on your
Yeah,
ear.
that'd be great, a
Yeah.
maxi pad.
Yeah.
Let's expand that to not wearing any costume of a crass or dead version of a politician, it says. It says skip anything related to immigrants, including that sexy Border Patrol agent. I don't know. I mean,
I didn't know
sexy
they
Border
had
Patrol
that
agent
one.
sounds
Yeah.
fun. I mean,
I
you
mean,
know,
there's a sexy whatever.
Yeah.
Sure. you really can be a sexy whatever.
Yeah.
Killers from horror movies are okay, but not actual killers like Jeffrey Dahmer.
How dare you?
Yeah, it's kind of okay too.
Yeah.
Steer class of sex offenders. So no Jeffrey Epstein, please, especially Dead Epstein. Dead Epstein's kind of funny, but
yeah, I feel like it'd be good.
but I still it's not easy to recognize. You'd have to have a
was gonna
sign or
say.
something. These are hard to recognize.
Have
Along
a
with
name
how
tag.
many people are coming out being exposed as sexual predators and child predators? How do you know?
Right. How about this? Dressing up as a school shooter. Who?
Oh, that's tasteless.
does
I'm
that?
sorry. That is.
How would you even?
I was gonna say, how would you dress up for that?
I mean, it's just what a black trench coat. I mean,
Yeah, I
what else could it
guess.
And
be?
a backpack.
Yeah. If you were thinking about wearing a crashed Boeing jet costume, it says don't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is good.
I'm sorry.
It says, what costumes do you think we'll be seeing everywhere this Halloween? So what do you think the big costumes are going to be?
Hawk to a girl.
Hawk
Oh,
to a
Hawk
Girl,
to
that's
a-
probably a
yeah.
big one.
I
I think
ugh.
her podcast jumped up to like the second highest
Yeah.
rated podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know if it
blowing up.
still is, but I get it. But you
How's
know
her
what?
OnlyFans?
I don't think she has one
No,
yet.
I don't think she
Yes.
has an
Yet.
OnlyFans.
But it does show, what it does demonstrate is the power of the internet.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you take a one-off moment
Mm-hmm.
that has changed the entire trajectory of her life, her
For sure.
finances, everything. You don't have to like it. I get it. I
Oh
get it.
no! I mean, just bless her heart. I mean,
That's
it
the
will-
southern way of saying F off.
It will
Hawk
come
to a girl.
crashing down at some point in time, and bless your heart. Like that's.
Hey, get it while you
that's
can.
what you got. Hey,
Get
no,
it while
hey,
you
do it, but make sure you invest that money because
No, be
Right.
smart. Don't go buying Lambos because this thing
No,
could be
actually-
fickle.
going-
Fame's a
actually-
fickle
it's
bitch.
going to be fleeting.
Did read that she's already given a ton away. She
Yeah.
donates
for
a
her.
ton of her money to
She probably had to for taxes.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure. But I think I heard that she gave it to like an animal
Oh, like a Humane Society
Yeah,
type
yeah,
situation or something like that.
yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good that she's giving back.
But yeah, I bet you see a lot of that.
She wants to see the
I want the
receipts.
receipts.
She's not a fan of Hawk-Tua. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm just going out on a limb here. You got to spit on that thing. You got to spit on that thing.
Yeah, I don't know about her personally, but like you said, like I just love the power of the internet. As many negatives come with it.
Yeah.
Well,
And you might not like the situation, but I just love the fact that you can just be having a normal day and just say some
And-
one-off
yeah.
shit, and it could
And
change
life
your whole
changes.
life.
well, sometimes it's the wrong thing. Like, you know, I know that Dr. Phil to this day regrets having that one girl on. What's that with the rapping girl?
Outside, how
Catch
about
me
that?
outside. How about that?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
bitch right there.
Yeah, she has an OnlyFans.
Oh, she has a
Oh,
highly
bless-
successful
yes, she
OnlyFans.
does. That chick is making
Danielle Bergoli,
money.
that's her name.
Yeah, but she
The
is
Catch Me
getting-
Outside girl.
She's got a thing right now where she's like in something with the baby daddy or the new dude or the other dude and getting her ass
gosh.
whooped or whatever.
Well,
I don't know. It was
I don't want
something on
anyone to get their
TikTok.
ass whooped, but
Yeah, it's dramatic. It's dramatic.
but
Bless her heart.
yeah, bless their heart. Yeah, but there are a lot of occasions where you see more recently where people just boom, they explode.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look, he and you're talking about fame being a fickle bitch. Matt Rife. Whoa, he was everywhere on every TikTok, every
Yes.
video. I couldn't get on social media without Matt
Yeah.
Rife looking at me
Everywhere.
with those dreamy
Yeah,
eyes
those dreamy
and that
eyes.
stand up.
Yeah.
And
those
then-
dick sucking lips.
Yeah.
He had a nice pair of DSLs.
Hey, anyway,
He got canceled pretty quick. this
no, he
season.
did. I guess he must have made the ladies mad on a stand-up set that he did. According,
Was that the deal?
I just
I
heard
guess.
that he wasn't that funny.
Man, he
in
was
stand-up.
funny in
like he was good in the short spurts and like the
Yeah.
Netflix specials because of the editing, but that live he couldn't cut it. I don't know.
I don't know either. You know what I did see. I watched one stand-up set and it was pretty good. It wasn't mind-blowing, but it was good.
No.
But I haven't followed him, you know, or anything like that. But I know he was everywhere for a minute. So I hope he put some in
Nowhere.
savings
Yeah.
because I ain't seen that dude. He
Nope.
might be out here at 6:30
might
with a
be.
cup.
He
We'll
might
work for
be.
jokes or something. I don't know, man.
He might be working behind one of the.
Yeah,
Movie
oh,
theaters,
he
you know?
might be.
Out there on
Did
I-40.
you ever see him before?
Yeah,
The
dude,
before and after?
Yeah.
Man, that dude, man, he looked like he was eating lug nuts for breakfast,
Yeah.
man. And
That lets you know, though, money. You're not ugly. You're just poor.
yeah, that's right.
That is so true.
You're not ugly. You're just poor. Well, that is so 2024 right there, man. Damn. All right, hold on. Let's change gears. That's good.
It doesn't say it on the box, but Hot Pockets will totally burn your penis.
I don't know how that would happen. I'm not sure.
Is it one of those apple pie hot pockets?
Yeah, Hot Pocket. Jim Gaffigan, what a great comic he is, man. The best clean comic I've ever seen.
I
I
agree.
mean, he is just really. I say he does base level comedy, and that's not a negative. He just gets to the most simplistic concept
Yeah.
Right.
and makes it funny and relatable to all people. When you're doing jokes about bacon, Hot Pockets, and
I mean,
ketchup,
come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, that's pretty
Come on.
damn.
Yeah.
That's good right
He
there.
is
You know.
good.
I saw him live, and he was just as good or better, even live, as he was in anything else I've seen. He was so good.
I know you're a huge stand-up fan and comedian
Yes.
yourself. I can't believe you don't watch Kill Tony.
Man, I know it seems implausible that I don't, but I only have so many hours in the
Right.
day,
I
and
don't understand.
man,
that.
I swear to God,
That's
I
hilarious.
was telling them last night, right? So I get up at 4, and then I come here, and I start getting the show ready before we start, and then we do the show. Then after the show, we do work through a few things,
Mhm.
and then I do real estate, right? And so I finally last night at 6:00, that's when my day I thought ended. I got home. I sat down on the couch. We were just about to get that spliff action going. Matter of fact, we had just sparked it up. I just
fired
got
it up.
the first good puff in.
Yeah.
And my phone hits and it says, "Hey, could you show me this house now?" And I was like, "Yep, I'm on the way." And so got up, threw my clothes back on, headed out, and didn't get back home till about 8:30, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I unfortunately I don't get to see everything. I do want to though.
Are you familiar with the
I've heard of the
structure
podcast.
of it?
No.
So what he does is he usually has it's himself and he used to be a writer.
Okay.
For, a couple of different people, but
Oh, that's cool.
it's himself, and he usually has a couple of comedians up there with him.
Yeah, yeah.
On a panel.
Okay.
On a table on the stage, and they draw names out of a bucket,
Oh.
and you have 1 minute to do a set. You got 60
Oh,
seconds.
you just got to riff into a set
Yeah.
right there.
And some of them, it's their first time ever. Some of them are seasoned comics.
That's
and then he
cool,
has
though.
regulars that come back every week.
That's a great concept. I
Oh,
will
dude,
check that
the
out.
show, if you're a comedy fan, you got to watch.
So
Good Times.
it's like
Good.
it's like comedy blitz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comedy. But and if you're familiar with that show, it's a lot of dark, edgy.
Now, did
humor.
they?
Oh,
No.
so-
Clearly, from what he did at the
Yeah,
event, it's
yeah.
got to
Yeah.
be. So, did he? Do they compete, or do they just do different things?
No, they don't really compete.
Okay.
If you do good, he'll reward you, maybe give you a spot because he does it at Joe Rogan's Mothership.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
that's where he does
puts
it
on the show.
Okay.
So if you do good, he might give you a spot later in the week, and if you do bad, man, they let you know.
They'll
It's
let
like
you know.
Yeah.
what was the show
The
Def-
Gong Show.
The Gong
No,
Show.
the Deaf Comedy Jam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you do bad, they'll
No, they'll
the
roast
whole
you
time
right
you're up
there. Yeah.
And they're brutal.
Have you ever? Do you guys like what it? Bill? Damn it. Why can't I-
Maher?
Yeah. No. Burr. Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. You like Bill Burr?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Bill Burr?
Yeah, I mean,
Bald headed guy. Yeah.
that's
Rants
not-
and raves.
yeah, that's not the one that takes his shirt off, right?
No,
Bert Kreischer.
that's Bert
Oh, I
Kreischer.
can't stand that dude. So yeah.
Yeah, Bert, I sometimes I like Bert okay, but really
I used to.
I don't. I liked Bert the Conqueror more than I like shirtless Bert. I just
yes.
could you just put your damn
Put
shirt
your
on?
damn
I don't
shirt back on.
care.
I don't care. We
I don't
get it.
understand it.
Podcast, but I'm just not a fan of his
Ew.
stand-up.
Podcast
Really.
Yeah.
is okay. I mean,
Yeah.
but Bill Burr.
Yeah. Sorry. Back
No,
to
no,
Bill
no.
Burr.
Rabbit hole.
One of my all-time favorite things I ever saw Bill Burr do, and this cemented him as a legend to me, is they were doing a stand-up set somewhere, and it was a very, very large, like a giant arena,
Mhm.
okay, like a stadium.
Right.
And so these comedians they're coming out, and they're just getting hammer booed by people.
Right.
And so Bill Burr comes out, and he just immediately goes to insulting the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, he just
Love it.
starts
Yes.
hammering them.
Yes.
And at first, they're pissed off.
Yeah.
But after about 2 minutes, he turned every one of them.
Right.
Like he was literally telling them they were pieces of shit.
Yes.
And they started eating it up. He
Right.
was
Of course.
so New York.
Yeah.
Needed it.
Oh my God. He just came out and said, yeah, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
And I watched, man, that was one of the best things I've ever seen
Well,
in
that's
stand up.
that's the art form, right?
That is the art. When you can
getting them
take
back
that
on your side.
yes,
Yeah.
when you can turn that like that, it's like, people would say if you go up behind someone who didn't do well,
Mhm.
All right.
oh, that's terrible, isn't it? And I'm like, hell no, it's
no.
not.
Yeah, that's
No, man, I get to break the tension with the
Uh-huh.
first
Exactly.
line,
Right.
and it's my crowd if I do that right.
Yeah.
No, I please fell in front of me.
Yeah.
I want you to because I'm gonna push you.
Yeah.
And if you have to follow me, good luck on that
Yeah,
too,
good luck
because
on
I'm
that.
definitely gonna push you then.
Who's your favorite comedian that you've ever seen live?
Favorite comedian I've ever seen live? Man, that's a good question because I've seen a lot of them. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
him when
Not
he came to
because it
Little
was
Rock?
not because it was the greatest set I've ever seen, but because it was Dave Chappelle,
Dave Chappelle.
Right.
and he's that good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
He's a goat for
Yeah,
sure.
no,
I
I
mean, he's
agree.
up there as a goat for me. George Carlin is a goat.
Oh man, I love George Carlin.
Yeah,
I
me
got
too.
to see Dave Attell.
David
wow.
Tell, yeah,
That
he's
was awesome.
great.
Tiny Bin
I bet that was
years
awesome.
ago. It was so cool because
Yeah.
then he ended up at Midtown, obviously, afterwards. And man, that was just so
That's
freaking
cool.
cool to see
Yeah.
that. But I would agree, Dave Chappelle's probably mine.
Well, you know what, man? And we were talking, I think yesterday or day before, that look, he has the best skit comedy of all time.
Oh, I
Far
mean,
past
You can't
SNL
compare.
or anyone else. I mean, there's
I agree.
nobody. You can go all the way back to In Living Color. You can go as far back as you want. And
Yeah.
I love a lot of that stuff,
Yeah.
a whole lot. But his sketch comedy is by far and away the greatest. I wish he would come back and do more. I don't know that he ever will. Probably won't.
Probably
Right.
won't. At least
But
TV.
man, you know, he even made SNL funny when he was on it, and that's hard to do these days. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Colin Jost may have bagged
Morning, Andy.
Scarlett Johansson, but he is not a great comedy writer according to SNL's performance level. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
you know, he doesn't do anything besides the Weekend Update. On
Well,
SNL.
I guess he writes. You know, in theory, that's
well,
that's
right,
what
but
he does.
just you don't see him in any of the
No,
other
you-
sketches besides Weekend
No,
Update.
that is it. That is all that he does, and I just, you know, I don't think his writing's that great. Now, when Jason Sudeikis was there, it was a lot funnier because he was the head writer, and Jason Sudeikis, I mean, look, he writes Ted Lasso, and everybody loves
So
that
funny.
show. Man, that is it. You know, I think that show was so big because everybody wanted something that wasn't tainted with just assholery.
Yeah.
And, you know, he kind of did an old fashioned feel good type comedy,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, and so people were like, this feels kind of good. You know, I
Yeah,
kind of dig this
it
vibe, you know, and are they doing another season? Aren't
That's
they?
a good looking question.
I think they are. Doing,
Honestly, I haven't seen the first one. I'm gonna have to watch
No.
it off
I
y'all's
just catch
recommendation.
bits and pieces of it, and it's been recommended to me since
Yeah.
it came out, and now I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch it because everything I've seen, I'm like, oh my god.
I watched the first season and part of the second, and I really liked it. I have not finished it. I'm not going to lie, but I did enjoy it. Now, if you want to know what I think, pound for pound is the funniest, far and away, it's Letterkenny.
Yeah. I've
If
heard
you
that.
haven't seen Letterkenny,
I've heard that.
you are missing out because I'm going to tell you what it is. Letterkenny is a Canadian show, okay, and it's a
Gotcha.
comedy. It started as kind of almost a YouTube thing, some kind of video channel. I think they call it Slack or something in Canada, whatever it is. And it was so good. I think after 5 episodes online, they picked it up as a series, right? And but all it really is Canadians roasting each other
Yeah.
every episode.
Okay.
And
And that's hilarious.
Yeah, I was
it
about to
is
say, I can-
absolutely, look, it takes you about, if you'll give it maybe 3 or 4 episodes,
Mhm.
you'll pick up on the vernacular they're using because it's very, very different,
right
than what
you're
we
used to
use.
hearing.
but it's amazingly funny once
Yeah.
you get what's going on. But the very first episode, I mean, right off the bat, dude, it will make you absolutely, I swear to God, when these two dudes, these two hockey players pull up, and Wayne is the main character of the story, Wayne. I mean, there are many characters, but he's the main guy. But they pull up, and Wayne and his buddies are sitting out there, and they pull up and get out of the Jeep, and they just start roasting these two dudes. And it's unbelievable. You know, trust me, watch the first episode of Letterkenny.
Letterkenny and Ted Lasso.
If you don't watch the first episode of Letterkenny and message me and tell me that, damn, you were right, then you're wrong. Because it is that good. Let's see what everybody's saying before we get into wackadoos here.
Good morning, Andy and Darren
Okay.
on the Facebook.
Yes. Who else is saying anything? Anything else over there?
Ray Jennings says all of Hollywood is pedophiles. So
Oh, well,
you know,
I don't know. Are all of them? Is Tom Hanks? Maybe. I don't know. I mean,
not Tom
I like
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. I don't want him to be,
Is.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they said that some names are going to come out from Diddy that are much bigger stars than you won't believe, I was like, I started racking my brain like,
Like
well, who
who?
could it be? Who would I not believe?
right.
Which people? I wouldn't believe Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
there you go.
Jim Gaffigan? Really?
Martha.
Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
No, Martha Stewart.
No,
She
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't
No,
say
she
her
likes
maybe
men.
you.
She don't like kids.
She's an angel. She would never get tied up. in
No,
something
I
like
would have.
that.
I don't know if
I
she's
would
an
have
angel.
thought half of those people like kids. To be perfectly honest with you.
Well,
But
that's
I
a good
mean,
point. It's a good point. You know.
You know. That's it.
Let's see. Melissa said, "Please, no Gypsy Rose costumes." You know damn well. You know damn well there's going to be a ton of Gypsy Rose costumes. She's crazy.
In or out of the wheelchair.
Yeah,
You know?
she shouldn't have been let out. If that dude that was with her is still in, she should still be in. I'll tell you what. That's
Right.
just my opinion.
Okay, Tom Hanks fondled a volleyball. Come on.
Yeah, he did.
Andy.
Wilson. Yeah, that's a fair point though. He got friendly.
Was there for a long time.
Wilson!
Come on, man.
I'm the captain now. Let's see. Patrick, you're the best. Been listening to you since you first started. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that very much. Good morning in OKC. What up, Wendy?
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, Wendy's an over the road driver, and
Nice.
I told Rich because she knows Rich. It's a relative. I
Yeah.
said, bring her in. I want to hear. Listen, I want to hear truck driving stories. I
I
know
do
they're crazy,
too.
especially from a lady who's a truck
Right.
driver
Oh,
because that's a
absolutely.
male dominated industry. So I bet she's got stories for days,
Oh,
I
man.
bet
sure.
she does,
Good,
man. I want to be
seedy,
friends with
tawdry
Wendy.
truck driving stories. That's
Yeah.
how I imagine it in my head. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Wendy, what is your CB handle?
Ooh, good
Oh, that's a
question.
great question.
What's
What's
your
your
CB handle?
I remember when I was a kid, CBs were popular and everybody wanted to have a CB handle. That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wanted to have a CB handle. Now
Snow
nobody.
Bunny.
Snow Bunny. That's funny. Let's see. I know whose line is it anyway. It's hilarious. Melissa, yes, that was a funny show.
That was.
I like
I
the,
think it's still going
Yeah, I was
too.
about to
Is
say
it?
they've got new
It's still
episodes out.
going.
They've got a new host. It's
Yeah.
not Drew Carey.
There's
Okay.
a lady hosting.
yeah, I don't like skinny Drew Carey like I like fat Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Classic
I know
Drew
he's much
Carey.
healthier, happier, and probably
Yeah,
better,
just
but I
not
still
as
like
funny.
fat Drew Carey. But I like this tall, skinny guy who was also in.
Yeah.
He was on 2.5 Men.
Yes.
You know the
Oh,
what
yeah.
is I don't remember
Who's
his
that guy?
I
that
don't
dude
know his
right
name.
there is
He's funny.
I actually saw him at
damn, he's funny, man.
UCA. He did a
So quick.
stand up at UCA.
really.
And this
Huh.
is probably like 2006 or
Yeah?
7. I was young.
he good?
but yeah, it was good. I loved it. And Whose Line was.
He
big
kind of
back then.
reminds me of Kramer a
I
little
agree.
bit.
Yeah, I see that.
You
for
know,
sure.
and poor, what a dumbass he was. He
Yeah.
destroyed his career, but
yeah.
I'll still tell you that as far as roles go
Yeah.
on any show,
Kramer,
Yeah.
that is one of the greatest roles of all time. The way he
Agreed.
played that.
Yeah.
It was so
That dude is so
perfect.
funny when he comes in and says, "I'm out."
Yeah.
Like it's been 1 minute.
Yeah.
They were having a who could hold out the longest from
Yeah.
masturbating.
Yeah, I'm
and
out.
He made it 1 minute.
Yeah.
Opie said Letterkenny's amazing. It is. It is. Tina said, y'all need to see the Raging Cajun John Morgan. He's amazing. I've seen him at the Comedy House a couple of times. I've heard he is good, but he hit on my wife. And and so I don't care for him that much because he tried to hit on her when I wasn't there that night. And that's cool. Hey, John.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Amanda.
I'll whoop your
yeah.
ass.
I used to
Yeah, I'll whoop your ass, John.
Yeah.
Your
We see
country
you.
ass. No,
We
sorry.
see
I apologize, Tina. Good morning, trucking from Kentucky to Ohio, James says.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, out there on the road.
What's your
Yeah.
CB handle, James?
Yeah, what's your CB
I want to know
handle?
everybody's CB handles.
That's right. Yeah, don't be sending your silly CB handles, people. I know y'all are going to start trying to send crazy CB handles.
That's
Tina said, "Oh hell, LMAO." Yeah, sorry, Tina. I didn't even remember it until you said it. I think that look, I need to clarify that. Let me back up. Let me apologize to the Raging Cajun because I need to make sure that's who it was. That's real close if it ain't. But I know that the guy he was married. He had just done a stand up set and he started talking to Laura. And he was like, "Oh, you want to go somewhere?" And she goes, "I just listened to you talk about your wife and your new
What
baby
the
on stage.
heck?
Don't you want to, go see
go
them?
call your
Don't
wife?
you miss them?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, "Man, you dirty bastard."
Right.
But a lot of these guys out on the road, that's,
Yeah.
that's, look, these NBA players, football players, all these guys, I mean, a lot of them out there they're horn dogs. Let's be honest.
Dogs.
well,
All right, let's get to this awesome intro. I know you love it. Best ever.
This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh brother. Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit.
And I'd appreciate it, Sony, if you'd stop asking me to do an album.
Wackadoo.
Please.
Wackadoo.
seriously.
They're
Stop
blowing you up.
calling me.
They're blowing you up.
I'm busy. I cannot work with all these artists that you want me to do duos with right now. I'm not interested in doing a song with Ariana Grande. In a turn of events fit for election season, a new dish has claimed the top spot in the race for. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. I'm on the wrong page, people. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. A Georgia police department urged couples seeking to reconcile to kindly get a room rather than copulating in the grass between businesses. The Livonia PD said officers responded to public indecency complaint in the grass between McDonald's and the Raceway gas station at the exit on I-85.
Oh.
Said, well, the stupidity of some people never ceases to amaze us. So we have some more helpful hints for those of you visiting our wonderful city. If you decide to exit I-85 with your life partner while on a road trip to reconcile your relationship, Don't do so in the grass between McDonald's and Raceway. Couples were urged instead to get a room, go home. Don't reconcile in broad daylight in the grass beside the street. If you're stupid enough to do it, don't stop in Livonia. So yeah, they got some charges, but man, how horny are you if you're just going to do it right there in the grass between? I mean, come on, man.
I've never been that horny.
Even at 15, I wasn't that
No,
horny.
even at
I was like,
15,
I
I
had
wasn't that
some.
horny.
No, I
No.
and trust me, I would have humped a hubcap at 15. A machete wielding maniac in Texas tried to set two of his neighbors' homes on fire in a crazy caught on camera arson spree.
Oh, I love it.
Philae Din Nguyen, 46 of West Harris County, indulged his incendiary ways Wednesday, grabbed a red gas can, walked across Brighton Hollow Lane, and started pouring gas on the side of his neighbors' houses in broad daylight. Yes.
Wow.
He also had a giant machete.
Yeah.
The homeowner quickly extinguished the fire, which scorched part of the lawn and some of the brick. So it would have been a lot worse if we hadn't stopped it. Well, obviously. Thank you, sir, for that information.
Reasoning.
What brand of bath salts was he on?
Right. Nguyen strode to the front of the driveway where he looked around and started swinging his machete at the air. He later threatened the second victim with it, told deputies that he came after her waving the blade as she tried to put the fire out with a hose. Cops said he threatened a sheriff's deputy who responded to the scene. They tased him, locked him up,
Nice.
and slapped the firebug with a first-degree felony and some other things. And, he's done.
I
Yeah.
like how nonchalant they strode to the front of the driveway.
Yeah.
That's some
Swinging
swagger.
his machete around like
Yeah.
Sound of Music.
Yeah, no, it was well written, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Here's another one. Man, this guy's evil. A man wearing sunglasses caught on camera swiping a generator from a South Jersey Halloween light show.
Oh,
Well, what a POS. The Halloween light show, bro? Come on, man.
Unnecessary.
Everyone loves Glow, the Halloween drive-through light show, but unfortunately, it was a victim of theft. On Friday morning, a generator valued at $5,000, which
Yeah.
that guy sold for $300 and bought some crack that lasted 2 hours.
Yeah.
It used to power the show. It was stolen right off the property in broad daylight. Man, no one is ashamed
Broad
anymore.
daylight.
I mean, guys, do you
No,
understand
they're
how this
daring
works?
people to do it.
Do
Like,
you
they're
understand
daring
that they
you.
can see you?
Yes.
This is 2024. There are cameras everywhere. Jesus. The thief was seen wheeling the pricey generator into a Chevy Avalanche.
There's your first problem.
Yeah, the old Avalanche, man.
It's
Yeah.
like your eighth problem.
Yeah, it really is. Okay. Hey, now some people, this was a problem, but I bet some of you wouldn't have been mad. Inflation, not the only thing getting high these days. Customers at a Wisconsin-based pizzeria experienced a high of their own after they unknowingly ate a pizza accidentally contaminated with THC.
I like how they like to throw these words around, like
Yeah.
unknowingly,
Yeah.
accidentally. Yeah.
The bizarre
Right.
incident took place at Famous Yeti's Pizza in Stoughton, Wisconsin. The pizza served on Tuesday and Thursday. In a Facebook post, Famous Yeti's confirmed they discovered that their dough had been contaminated with Delta 9 oil. The discovery came after the restaurant received reports from staff, Yeti's owner, and employees of unexplained physical reactions. They got high. And their muscles all of a sudden didn't hurt. You're like, wow, I feel like my swelling's
got a
down.
limber.
But I can't.
costs.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, their food cost that day was
Yeah.
probably a little insane.
It must have been, man. I mean, that's a lot of oil right there, but somebody probably dumped it in there. It was confirmed the pizza had been sold
Yeah.
with dough mistakenly prepared with Delta 9.
Mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think it
They
was
were doing that
mistaken.
for an employee appreciation party and
yeah,
just
there you go.
mislabeled
You know,
the containers.
What they were doing is rolling out a trial.
Yeah.
See how people react to it. And now people are going to be like,
Gotcha.
well, can you make me one of those?
Yeah, sure
We sure
can.
can. Yeah, well, we can do that. You want the Delta 9, right?
that'd make the office Christmas or the office pizza party a little more fun at least.
Well,
Yeah.
hell yeah, it would. Yeah, damn right it would. All right, let's go here to Denver, Colorado, where a Halloween crab stowed away on a flight from Costa Rica to Denver. He's got a new home at the Denver Zoo. They said a flight crew discovered the blackland land crab, known as a Halloween crab, moon crab, or Bermuda land crab. Why does it have so many names?
Seriously.
It was found by a flight crew after a plane from Costa Rica landed in Denver. And they said, thanks to our amazing conservation partners who stopped and picked up a crab.
Yeah.
The crab's arrival, you know, when I was at the
Oh
zoo.
my God,
Every-
look at it.
Yeah, everybody's going to the zoo
Oh,
to see the
wow.
crab. They are kind of funny to look at. When they eat, they kind of look really cool when they're eating. It's kind of funny. You kind of like, oh.
Kind of looks like the Dwayne Wade statue.
Yeah. it does.
Oh. Yeah, that's good. You're right. You're right. Okay, let's see here. We got what we got here. Oh yeah, this is a good one right here. In Big Sur, California, Baja, skateboarders in Mexico honored their deceased buddy's wishes by making his headstone a quarter pipe ramp so mourners could skate with him instead of praying.
Oh, well, thank God.
That's awesome.
A viral
I love
YouTube
it.
video shows a visitor performing a tail grind on the ramp-inspired grave marker. It's located in La Paz, Baja California, sir.
Of course.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
where else?
Yeah.
They erected the tombstone in honor of Rafael Rafa Castillo, a skater and surfer who died of cancer in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been a fixture of the local skate scene. He'd been competing in prominent tournaments throughout the 90s and beyond, designed skate ramps, dedicated his life to promoting the sport. Before he died, he had worked as a drywaller. And anyway, the ramp was in memory of the one that was in the park for many years, said Jesus Manuel Herrera Rodriguez, who had known the deceased since high school. So instead of going to pray, we're going to go skate with him.
Yeah.
And they got approval from local officials, which you would never get here.
Never.
No, you try to do that here in Little Rock. Say, hey,
God bless them.
you mind if I put a quarter pipe ramp up on this tombstone? Is that cool? Here over at
Yeah.
Pinecrest.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, get the hell out of here,
They
man.
won't
What's wrong
put
with
it
you?
anywhere, especially in a freaking cemetery.
No, but you know what? I will say this: in Mexico, they have some tripped out funny funerals, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a guy that was on a motorcycle.
What?
Yeah. They put their bodies in positions, and you come to the viewing.
Wow.
This
Yeah.
guy was literally lowered into the grave on his
On his
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They had another one dressed as a superhero.
Yeah.
Another one sitting at a poker table with sunglasses on, playing poker.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the
I kinda
tributes
like
they do.
that, though. I kind of like that. I feel
What?
like funerals are a little
They're
boring
stuffy
nowadays.
and
Yeah,
boring.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not
turns
fun.
into a sermon
Okay,
most of the
so
time.
so let's ask this question, and I want to ask this question to everybody out there. So you can text us, you can Facebook us, you can just however you want to reach us. If you die, and you could pick any type of situation for your body to be in when everybody comes to view it, what is it going to be? Bundy, what would you be doing? Electrical work, hooking up
I would not
no.
be working. I would not.
No,
be
what would you
working.
be doing?
Maybe playing pool or playing poker. I like
Okay,
that.
playing
That seems
pool.
like-
Yeah, I could see that. A little
Right,
behind
right.
the back shot.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like to sit down at the table playing poker because then everybody can just sit down and have a drink.
Yeah, no,
have a good
they have a
time.
drink with you
Yeah.
and throw a chip towards you.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be cool. Okay, how about yourself? If you were to die, what action figure position are you?
I mean, if we're going that route, I'd be like the old school pharaohs and stuff, who I'd have all of my animals stuffed and with me.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'd be like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the throne with my animals.
Oh yeah,
There you
that'd
go.
be
I like that.
okay. I like that, a little Egyptian stuff. Yeah, no, that's great.
What about you?
He'd be right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in front of a microphone,
There you
probably
go.
probably
There you
with
go.
sunglasses on, just because I
Weekend
don't want to make
attorneys.
people feel weird. Yeah,
Right.
and then you could just play a recording of me.
There you go.
That'd be fine. Yeah, I'd do that. A mysterious show is tricking New Yorkers into tripping out and staring into each other's eyes. What the hell does that mean? An exhibit called Bobby and Spock, The Beautiful Nothing, features a pair of contraptions, wires, lights. It looks like a mad scientist built it with a junk room, I guess. But visitors to the display consist of two installations. Hold on, let me see. What the hell is this? Man, I don't even understand what they're telling me here. It looks like that you go in here and you just look into something's eyes. You try to stare into the eyes of this art exhibit. So I'm not even reading. It's too long and too poorly written. So I'm out on that. And let's move over here because I've got a couple more things that I do want to share with you that I think are worth talking about.
That's why English and communications are so important, because if your stuff is not well written,
No.
you're not reading it.
No, I'm done with you. Yeah.
You're reading a story.
Yeah, I'm done with you. Here we go. There was a lack of hotel space in Colombia recently for the United Nations COP16 Biodiversity Conference. That left some delegates in a lurch when it came to lodging. Robert Baluku from Uganda was one of those delegates scrambling for accommodations until Hotel Deseos came to the rescue. By the way, Deseos means desire, and the hotel's decor instantly told Baluku why the name was significant. Motel Deseos is one of Cali, Colombia's hourly rate hotels. Yeah, where rooms come complete with circular beds, love machine chairs, dance poles, and sex swings. Baluku described his accommodations as unusual and funny. The hotel management was willing to remove some of the furniture to accommodate the 12 delegates at $35 a night. Why did you need to move the furniture?
Yeah, come on, you
$35
can't
Just be in the
a
room with the
night.
furniture?
Yeah, it's
Why,
fine,
that dildo's
right?
too scary?
You worried you're gonna use
It's
it?
gonna attack me in the middle of the night and violate me. Lawyer Danny Sheehan is a big-time UFO alien enthusiast. He says they're coming in the very near future. Of course they are.
Keep saying that.
Absolutely. Wait outside by the mailbox. They'll
I've
be
been
there.
saying that
Yeah.
for like 40
It's ever, I would say
years.
since about 2000 some years.
Easily.
In recent years, Sheehan has been instrumental in bringing UFO whistleblowers before Congress. Now he claims that extraterrestrial beings are on the verge of an intervention on Earth to
I
keep the
doubt
planet from total collapse. No
Doubt
aliens
that.
give a damn if we blow ourselves up or not. They are not intervening. They're not coming to get out of the ship and go, stop hurting each other, okay? If
Let's
they
figure
show
this
up,
out.
they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seriously,
that's
it'll
what's going to happen. You're going to die.
It will be a full-on Prometheus type
Yes,
situation.
yeah, it's not. They're not your friends.
Like
You
the
don't
attack
want them to
on
come.
We're a third grade science project
Yes,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
some
And on a
alien
spinning
galaxy.
rock.
Yeah.
it's
Hurtling
on
through
fire
and yeah.
inside.
yeah. Walk it off.
Understand that?
Walk it off.
Xenomorphs. That's what's coming.
Xenomorphs.
Sheehan says aliens have been traveling in and out of our world, collecting eggs and sperm with each visit. Of course they have, because
they have.
they grow us in a petri dish
Yeah.
there.
Duh.
They have human farms, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a battery, Patrick.
Hmm?
You're a battery.
Yes, I am, just like in the Matrix. That's right. California's Silicon Valley is notoriously expensive, with average rents starting at $2,200 a month for a studio, up to $4,000 for a two-bedroom. With that in mind, a guy in San Jose is offering a $250 Harry Potter cubby that's perfect for someone with no aversion to tight spaces. You know, under the stairs at the closet there?
Yeah.
He's renting it out for $250 a month for someone to live in.
I feel like we're gonna see that in a few
More
years,
and
like
more.
a little Chris Hansen, Dateline NBC.
Oh, yeah,
except
right?
for that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the Harry Potter closet
Yeah.
will become the
There's-
next place.
There's
you
still
don't
a
want to be.
lock on the outside. Like there's no lock on the inside, but there's
Yeah,
one
right.
on the outside.
Oh, in the UK, a doctor stripped of his registration, meaning his license,
Mhm.
after being found guilty of some unsavory behavior. First off, Dr. Holmes was accused of taking a leak in the sink inside a consultation room. That was strike one. Well, look, man,
You gotta go.
sometimes
here,
that coffee has to be recycled, and you don't know when it's going to hit. I'll recycle a whole pot, and it just jumps up on surprise you sometimes.
It happens.
But then there was the time the good doctor ordered a CT scan on a patient to see if she had a brain.
Shut up.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great. I'm going to be honest. I would promote him.
Yeah, they've got good health care over there, right?
Yeah.
Though, so it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like it costs her any money.
That was strike two. Well, this is the doctor you get with no money. When those who oversee the registration of doctors confronted him, they found no evidence of an acknowledgement, appreciation of, or an apology for this serious misconduct. And that was strike three. He is done.
Because that's what they'll do in the UK is like if you're not sorry or offer some level of an apology
Oh,
or
some
decorum,
You are in big trouble.
You're
Yeah.
canceled in the UK. if you
Oh
have
man, the
manners.
UK, they love to. I think half the people in the UK are canceled at this point, without a doubt. All right,
They're the
let's
ones
do
that like crocodile, right?
do what?
They're the ones that like crocodile or that drug, or is that Russia?
I don't
Never mind.
know. I think that's Russia that likes that. I have forgotten about that one, but yeah.
The face eating.
Yeah. No, we over here we like to spray wasp spray on things, let it dry and smoke that.
Delicious.
Cuckoo. Do you understand what? Never mind. You don't understand. I don't know why I'm saying anything.
Listen, what else you got to do in the morning?
All right, let's get to this. This is I almost did it earlier on accident, but Thanksgiving not too far out. I know that sounds crazy because Halloween's just about to hit, but next is Thanksgiving, right? In a turn of events for election season, a new dish has claimed the top spot in the race for America's favorite Thanksgiving side. Now, Thanksgiving might officially celebrate turkey, but Campbell's annual State of the Sides report shows the real race is about the sides we put on our plates, and this year there's been a shakeup in the polls. There's been an upset, people. Your horse may be out. I don't know. Let's look. While Thanksgiving dish preferences vary by region, Midwesterners tend to love cheesy things like the coated mac and cheese, breadcrumb coated mac and cheese. While home cooks in the Southeast prefer sweet potato casserole. And there's only one holiday favorite we almost all get behind, right? Stuffing?
Yeah.
Is that true?
That's my number
No,
one.
you said no, that's your number
That's
one.
my number one.
She says nope, and he says yep. According to Campbell's, millennials, Gen X, baby boomers, even the silent generation, all cast their support for stuffing and dressing, making it the crowd pleaser. It unseated the longtime fan favorite, mashed potatoes. So
I never had mashed potatoes. We had German potatoes.
are those Nazis? What's a German potato? They come with kraut in them?
Well, it's kind of like scallop potatoes. It was layers of sliced potatoes
Okay.
and onions with like
Okay.
a cheese kind
Okay.
of sauce on it or
Okay.
whatever.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, we had that.
We-
and
now-
we had dressing. We didn't have stuffing.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had
Well, they are
dressing.
different. Yeah, they are
Yeah.
different. One of them actually cooks inside the turkey. The other is
And
stovetop.
it can make you sick.
I like it okay. I really don't.
No, I
Actually,
don't like it.
I don't really like
I'm gonna
stuffing and
read-
dressing.
No,
Actually, I don't.
We do like cauliflower casserole and like a roasted broccoli kind
That
of
sounds good. Roasted broccoli.
Yeah, roasted
Yeah,
broccoli.
that does
Parmesan
sound good right
cheese.
there. It says that mashed potatoes didn't move far. It's in second place. Sweet potatoes are in third. I do eat that.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Sweet potatoes, sweet potato casserole, candied yams, whatever you want to call it, I'll line up for it.
Yeah, put marshmallows on it.
Yeah.
That's
Get
the
a
only
dessert.
time in the world I like marshmallows. Only
Really?
time.
Yeah.
No other
Sweet
time.
potatoes.
Yeah. Green bean casserole, nope.
No.
Mac and cheese. And if you go to, I'm trying to remember where it's at, but there's a mac and cheese by a famous singer. What is her name? Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle.
If you haven't had that mac and cheese, I swear to God, I swear to God, if you see Patti LaBelle mac and cheese, you know why she's thick now, because that is awesome, man. You will, man, it is
Down
amazing.
with the thickness.
Oh my God, it's
Down
so
with the
good.
thickness.
Down with the thickness. Ah! Now, when it comes to preparing the most popular side, the study shows a third of home cooks are willing to go off the standard recipe rules to make stuffing their own. That may mean using a mix of regular bread and cornbread, incorporating things like pork sausage, or adding in seasonal flavors. So as you start, anyway, it's
I
just
can
going
get down
on.
with something like that.
Yeah.
I like a good homemade, made it your own. It's a, recipe that Mama's been perfecting for,
Yeah.
40 plus years.
Yeah.
But it seems I find it's just like the stovetop box. Add the
Yeah.
water, and it's like F every bit of
No,
that.
when I was a kid, we ate stovetop because we didn't know any better.
Well, yeah, we
right.
did too. I mean, that's what we could afford, right? I
And
mean,
that sounds so bad. I shouldn't say that.
No.
That sounds bad. I just don't
No.
like it.
I don't either. I mean, I
No.
want to have the turkey, and I want to
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
vegetables, and
I
I,
do-
want to have the pie.
I do like cranberry sauce in a
I do
can.
too. Hey,
I don't give a damn.
No,
Yeah.
that's
That's some
nostalgia on
good
a whole
stuff
other
right there,
level.
yeah.
If you're coming with some BS,
Don't
like,
bring me no whole cranberry
no,
crap. I don't want that.
I don't want your 14-page recipe for
No.
some cranberry
You give me
relish.
that gelatinous shit that comes out of the can that
Yeah.
mixes
I want
well
the-
with my potatoes and
Yeah.
turkey.
I want the ribs from the metal
Yeah,
can.
that's right. That's right. That's how
Yeah.
you know it's
If you
real.
ain't got
That's
that,
how I
I
know
don't
it's
want it.
real.
That's
And
when
the
it-
Cowboys losing on TV.
Yeah.
you like to see the Cowboys lose, do you?
Well, I grew up watching the Cowboys.
Me
like,
too.
It was like that was your team.
Well, sure.
because,
It was
you know,
everybody's
It was
team.
everybody's team, and then it's just been funny over the years. And it's my son's father's, my baby daddy, his favorite team. So I like to give him a bunch of
Yeah.
crap all the time.
How long has
Just
it been, guys?
Yeah,
It's
I
been a
don't
while,
know,
hasn't it?
96.
Yeah, and it's not getting better right now. I'm going to be honest with
Jerry
you.
Jones is
Jerry
pulling his
Jones
hair
has
out.
founder syndrome. He needs to let it go.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's Jerry's fault, to be
We're
honest.
getting flashed this morning.
Yeah, I know.
you
They're all
know.
coming in, flashing us.
If your day has not started with a
With nipples
man
in the
bob
window?
nipple in the window, then
Something-
what are
What are
you
you
even
doing?
doing with your life?
Yeah, no, it's wrong. You've gone wrong. Yeah, it's absolutely wrong. So how do y'all celebrate Thanksgiving? Do you go to family? Do you have a Friendsgiving? What do you do?
Yeah, both me and my wife grew up with divorced parents, so
Yeah.
we've got a ton of places
you have
to
eight
go.
Thanksgivings.
Yeah. We just get a.
So
a
there's,
small
are
plate
there
at
4
each one.
Thanksgivings?
Oof.
Let's see.
stomach
We do
hurts.
one on her mom's side and do 2 for my side of the family. So,
so 3.
3 altogether.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie 4 Christmases?
Oh, I love that
I've
movie.
seen pieces of it.
I do
With
love
Vince
that
Vaughn.
movie. Yes,
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Here's what a lot of people don't know about that movie. She hated him.
Yeah.
Really?
He hates his guts.
Yeah.
Really? No, I didn't. Know
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
That's
think
what
it's
I don't-
hilarious, all these movies with romantic,
Yeah.
counterparts, and they can hate each other.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Very funny.
boy, I'm going to really show my age now.
Do
I
it.
shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it.
Do it.
On Lucy, Fred and Ethel hated each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. Now people are like, "What's Lucy?"
Yeah.
Google
that shit, man. I'm not
Google
going
it.
to
We
tell you.
don't have time
I
to
can't
do
do
it.
all that right now. What, so Thanksgiving, what do you do?
So we usually do family thing, and we had talked about this year doing something different because my grandmother passed away earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sad season for us.
It's just
It
kind of
is a
hard
sad
to
season
yeah,
for
because
us.
she was probably a center of that.
Yeah, well, and we lost my brother, in December, 15, 16 years ago. So it's just always sad for us.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, we should go on a trip. We should do that, da da da. But it's like anyways, we're just going to do some friggin' turkey and, do our little regular thing. And then we're going to plan for something next year because my son will be out of high school and we can actually go on
Yeah.
a trip.
Yeah, you're gonna drop shrooms on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
gonna
kind of
ghost
trip
my
I'm
mom.
going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
ghost my mom on Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! The wall's melting.
Hey, I will tell y'all, we got this last year. If you're in a pinch for a turkey on Thanksgiving,
Okay.
Popeyes.
Yeah,
Popeyes that makes a Cajun turkey.
I've heard that. Was
Ready
is
to
it
go.
good?
Yeah, it was delicious. We loved it.
Yeah?
We loved it.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Tina said, "I'm sure Laura put him in his place." I don't know what
I
that
don't
refers
know
to, but
that.
you are right. Whatever it was,
Oh,
you are
the
correct.
Cajun, the Raging Cajun.
Oh, the raging.
whoever it
Oh,
was.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
she damn sure did. Yeah, no, you
And
you know she
beautifully
ain't
too.
afraid.
I
Yeah.
was about to say,
Oh no,
I feel sorry for the guy.
No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's any guy who's ever tried to step to her in any possible, whether it was mad, trying to get some, whatever it was,
She lets
she
him
is
have
the
it.
wrong one, bro. I would tell you, you would rather try to make love to a bobcat in a phone booth
That's what I'm
than you
that's
would.
what I'm
You
here
know,
for.
she is serious business.
Good morning, Jonathan DeGood.
Good Lord, people, not the light show. Yeah, the light show. You know, they stole from the light show. The generator, it's gone.
I
It's
guess there's
gone.
a lot of copper in there.
Yeah, I don't see any CB handles, people. Where are your CB handles at?
CB
You're supposed to be
handles. Come on,
sending
man.
CB handles, and I don't see any of them here.
Wow.
So I'm very disappointed in you. You
What
couldn't
are
even
y'all
make
gonna
some
be
up.
for Halloween.
What? What are,
Tell us what you're all going to be for Halloween.
Are you
on
dressing up?
Facebook land.
I'm not. I've got a little cheap mask. We're going to the Mexican OT show tonight.
the what?
That Mexican OT, just that Mexican out of Texas, is a rapper.
Oh, okay,
Rapper, yeah.
really? Where's he
Yeah.
playing?
Huh.
The Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody you know with him?
No, I don't know who's
I
over.
mean, I'm sure he will have some.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what time is it supposed to start?
8 o'clock.
So it'll be 10,
Yeah.
11 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're
You know,
dressing up a
rapper
little
time
bit.
is different. I just watched an interview the other day where he said,
time.
"Yeah, no, it's true. No, rapper time especially, they
Oh,
are
okay.
they are notoriously late to everything, and they do it on purpose. They say they do it on purpose. And
Right.
it's
I've
funny to
heard
me.
that.
Yeah, it cracks me up because it to be 1, 2, 3 hours late, and you're like, man, I wouldn't even wait that. Like I'm going
No.
home.
Oh, I'm
If
out.
I'm standing
Yeah.
here for 2 hours and you ain't shown up,
No.
I'm gone. I got stuff to do, man. I can't even mess with that.
What about you? You got a costume lined up?
So I got a costume. I was going to be a flamingo. I was actually
Oh,
going to
nice.
wear it today.
Yeah.
But
You're not gonna be a sexy border patrol
well, no,
agent?
I was going to be a sexy flamingo because
Oh, okay.
apparently that's a thing.
Yeah.
But it is made for someone with a much longer torso, so it was not appropriate, at all for me to
Oh,
wear.
I
So,
see.
I guess not.
Oh.
You have to stand on one leg when you wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had pink go-go boots and everything.
Yeah.
I went
Oh,
all
yeah, you
the
were
way
all
out.
out and
I
it
was
didn't
all
work?
excited. That's what I get for being short.
You don't know no seamstress
I
could
could
help
probably,
you.
I could probably do it, but that's
Nah,
effort.
it's too much work. I got it.
Effort.
I
I don't know.
understand
Go
that.
find some shorts or something and
Yeah.
put over it.
I don't know. I may come in a costume on Thursday. I'm still
Nice.
debating it. Yeah, we've got a whole box full of different costumes, and
Maybe I
So-
should ditch BNI and just come see what you're gonna be.
That's a great idea. Yeah, just see what I'm going to be because if I do it, I'm going to do it right. I'll tell
See
you
what
that.
we're doing for Halloween up here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Halloween's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Hell, I feel
we might
like
need to
Halloween's been going on for a week. To be honest with
Maybe
you.
we should get some candy up here and let people
yeah.
trick or treat the
Aw.
studio.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
How cool would it be for
That'd
people to come trick or
Yeah.
treat the studio?
Yeah.
Bring
Be
your
dressed up.
like if your kids are home, you could just pop by and bring the
Why
kids
not?
up here and trick or treat.
Yeah, that'd be
All
awesome.
right, I need candy, people. I need
Cool.
candy. We need candy. We're gonna
Make that
let's
happen.
let's make it a trick or treat show
The good stuff.
Thursday, and those folks who want to, and I don't care if you got kids or not, you can come trick or
come
treat,
on.
but you do need to be in some kind of costume. I will not give you candy just for showing up at the door. It don't work like that.
No.
Right.
You better have a mask. You better have
Something.
something on.
Something.
Yeah, make something in the car and put it on your head,
Right.
and come in here and be a coffee cup. I don't care. But yeah, we'll do trick or treat on Thursday. We'll make sure we got candy in here. Somebody help remind me, and maybe somebody knows where I can get a great deal on some candy. Maybe we'll find a Halloween candy sponsor that wants
Ooh,
their
that would
name
be good.
said like 5 billion times on Halloween. You know,
Oh, you want
is that the
that?
thought?
Right.
Anybody out
Oh,
there?
putting it out
Takers,
there.
anybody?
Just putting it out there.
All right, let's do this.
Coming up next, we've got a double shot of not a damn thing. This is Patrick and the People, bitches. We ain't playing music here. Get back to the jaw jacking.
All right, back to the jaw jacking. The west and southern regions of the United States. You, by the way, are in the southern region if you don't know. And it may not be true. Actually, let me pause because amazingly, yesterday, and again, I will continue to say you guys are the best in the world. There are no better friends in the world than you guys. But yesterday, Gunny was giving me the report, and he goes, look, I just pulled this report, and look at all the places the listeners are.
Yeah.
And we had listeners in Germany, Thailand, all over the United
That is
States.
so amazing.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, it was Mexico.
Mhm.
I mean, it was literally
Oh,
all
wow.
over the place.
Wow.
It was like, wow, this is crazy. This is
Good
cool.
dog.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't know, by the
Wow.
way, if you do not know, after we air live, you can see it or listen to it as a podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, iHeart.
You like that?
Stuck on that one.
You like
Yes.
Huh? How's that taste, iHeart, in your mouth, huh? You
How
like
you
that?
like them apples?
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Yeah.
And then also, if you just want an audio only option, go to our website and just click that audio only option, and you can listen to it. You don't have to worry about seeing our faces or light bothering you or
Right.
dragging your phone down if you're in the car or maybe you're at the office and you can't do the video. Do that audio only version. I know at least 1,000 a day are doing the audio only version, so we appreciate that a great deal. But so let me circle back now. The west and southern region of the United States, many of you are in the southern region,
I'm seeing this map.
dominate a top 10 list of states with the most OnlyFans creators. Yay!
Woo, congratulations.
Just
I like
swept the
this.
nation.
I like this.
That's a pretty map.
It is.
It
Oh,
really
the
is, isn't it?
colors.
Did you said map, not mouth? That's a pretty mouth you
It
got
sure
there,
is
boy.
a pretty mouth.
Pretty mouth.
Yeah.
I love how they've explained this for someone who lives under a rock. OnlyFans, a platform primarily known for adult content, only known for adult
Only
content,
known for adult content.
but also used for other creator-driven material, has seen
Sure.
significant. Yeah, right.
like,
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
like niche adult content.
Yeah, I'm selling woodworking over on OnlyFans. Yeah, that's a
Eating
disappointing
Furbies.
page.
Working some wood, all right.
Yeah, working wood. That's more like it.
Working
You're
some
right about
wood.
that. Yeah. Research by Bed Bible, whatever that is.
Oh.
Bed Bible, I like that. That's kind of scandalous sounding, isn't it?
I'm about to look this up.
Yeah, I know you are. Easy now. HR is looking at you.
That's right.
I'm HR, so don't worry. Collected profile information from all available accounts in the U.S. and ranked creators per 100,000 of the population. They also analyzed estimated income of OnlyFans creators. So
Tree fitty.
you might wonder where Arkansas ranks if you are an Arkansan or have a connection to us. Now, we usually rank in the bottom of the country, like, I don't know, 48 to 50, somewhere in that range, right? No, sir. We are
Where are
ranked 29th.
Nice.
Right in the middle, baby. Right in the middle. Listen, look at us exceeding expectations
Right.
here. Yeah, per 100,000 people, we have 5.4 OnlyFans people. So, yeah, per 100,000, you have 5.4. So 100,000 apparently in the state of Arkansas are naked on OnlyFans.
Wow.
Yeah, so probably people you know
Yeah.
and work
definitely people
with
you know
every day.
every day.
Okay.
Maybe
They-
your cashier at Target. Who knows?
Very well, maybe, probably not for long anyway, if they're good. But yeah, you know, you probably honestly meet people every day. They probably go by different names.
Mhm.
You know, they're probably like, you know,
Stage name.
Dong Master or, you know, Honey Pot, whatever it may be, Honey Pot 73. You know what I mean? But they're there.
Creativity.
If that would be so surreal. I'm
It
not
really
that
would.
kind of person, OnlyFans person, but it'd be so surreal to get on OnlyFans and see somebody you know.
Yeah.
Oh my
Now,
God.
if you did, would you be like, oh, I can't watch that, or would you be like, oh wow, let me watch this for a second and see what's going on here? This is
Depends on who it is.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, depends on who it is. That's
Depends
fair.
on
If
how
it's
much it
me, no,
costs.
you're not staying.
Like, what is the paywall, you know, and is it worth it?
Right, that's a great question.
Well, and if anybody needs to know what the best sex toy is to use,
Mhm.
or any, you know, information you're burning, questions, bad use of words, on adult
right.
intimacy, that's what you use Bed Bible
Oh,
for.
that's what it's for. It's
Yeah.
okay. Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So you need a review. You need to know which one is going to flip your switch the way you like.
Well, and it's the people that are actually using
Right.
these
These
toys.
aren't just
No, it's
you know,
not some kid
corporate
in
hacks. These
Asia.
are actual users of the product.
Yeah.
I've used the rabbit for many years, and
The rabbit.
The rabbit is so old and played out. Get a rose.
oh,
Ooh,
my
a
bad.
rose.
I don't know. I don't use any of
I
them,
was
so
gonna say, why
Yeah,
would you?
sure,
Well,
sure.
never mind.
no,
guys.
don't say it's
Sure, sure,
2024.
It's a safe
It's
space.
2024.
And you can use a
If
rabbit
I
anywhere
want to
you
put
want.
something in my
Yeah.
prison purse, I can.
Prison purse.
I saw a video the other day, and a girl had put a vibrating bullet, one of these small ones that shouldn't go in the back door.
Yeah,
in
and
her
did it
back
get
door,
stuck up in there?
And it got stuck.
Uh-oh.
And it was on, and like she was recording. She's like, I have to go to the ER. Well, yes, sweetheart, you do.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah.
would
Can you
just-
imagine that one?
choices.
I would just as soon
Choices.
drive off a bridge than go to the hospital
No.
for something stuck in
Believe
me.
me,
Like,
they are so bored with
Oh,
anal
no.
cavity.
I couldn't do it. I
Man.
couldn't do it.
Removal
I couldn't
things.
do it. I
Can
would
you
be-
imagine? You know, I don't even like the discomfort when I think I got to poop in a little bit.
Right.
I can't imagine if you put one of those things in there and it's man, no, no, hell no, man.
Just the moment you walk up to the counter at,
Yeah.
the doctor and say, "Yeah, I've got an issue." I couldn't get past that. I
Could
would
you
just
use a
as soon-
giant?
Like,
Could you use a
jumping.
giant magnet?
hold on. What if
Ooh.
what if it goes off like you're going through the
Oh.
metal detector because you know you gotta go through those here. I don't know about the rest of the
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
And it goes off and
And they're like, no,
wanting
no,
you.
no. You got something? Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
My ass.
Oh my goodness. What if they had to do like a lockdown because, you know, I don't know, there was some threat
Yeah,
or whatever. I
right.
just think about all these random
Yeah.
things and they're
Right.
like
That's
bomb
great.
squads out there because
Oh my
of
God,
bullets
that's
stuck
the
in your
best
ass.
ever. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
This guy
great.
knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
He knows.
yeah, there he is.
What's up, Carrie? Huh? I think it's on, isn't it? It feels like
sounds
it's on.
on.
Yeah, it seems like it is. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dog titty.
Dog titty.
So number one in OnlyFans. Can you
Utah.
guess what state? No, that sounds good. Nevada.
Yeah, I would have guessed.
You make sense,
Oh,
right?
that's boring.
Well, it is. But California is fifth. Oregon, sixth. Colorado is fourth. Hey, Texas is eighth. Florida is number 3.
That makes
Nice.
sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That
A lot
makes
of
a lot of sense. Ooh, a
senior
lot of, I was gonna
OnlyFans.
say a lot
Senior
of
OnlyFans.
granny love.
That's right. Hey, grills
They
get it
get
too.
down.
Grills get it too now.
They get
Gross.
down.
They do.
Gary's like, what the?
In Alaska, they're number 10, and if you think about the population, that's hard to
Oh,
do.
Yeah.
But look how bored they are. I'm
Right.
in Alaska. What else can I do?
Right.
That's the furry.
That or go wrestle polar bears or drink vodka with Russians. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's
Because you
what
can
they
see
get.
'em.
Yeah. But it is an amazing thing, the OnlyFans, how popular it has become and how big of a business it is.
Oh, yeah, it's exploded.
I'm curious now.
What, did you really want to use that word?
Exploded.
You could have picked any word. That's not the one.
That's a good word.
Now, where are the least at? That's the where are people the most? I don't know if conservative is the right word, but the least engaged in it. Well, I can tell you, South Dakota is ranked 47th.
It's because they have no internet access.
I'd guess.
Oh, that's probably true. Really, they don't have any internet. Yeah, Virginia, which is for lovers, is 44. Not many lovers.
They're out hunting Sasquatch.
Yeah.
They probably are hunting Sasquatch, aren't they?
Yeah. And
Let's see. Okay,
cat.
so Connecticut is number 49. And yeah, hold on. Who was trying?
Connecticut?
Yeah, who was trying to get this
Hmm.
here? Oh, hey, my track record has caught the success of Zillow.
Oh.
Well, hey, thank
nice.
you. Look at there. I got a notification. They're trying to offer me another badge on my Zillow, so that's cool. I
Aw.
appreciate that. Thanks for the badge there, y'all.
Zillow.
Yeah. Hey, we need to, you know what? I have been very neglectful this morning. I'm a bad person, and you'll have to pay the price for my badness with this. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. If you're looking for a vehicle, how about a late model, low mileage vehicle? Go to Fitz Auto. Listen, if you want a car, a truck, an SUV, a boat, a camper, a side-by-side, they have everything that you want and then some. But don't worry about bad credit. That's what they deal with. They're their own bank. Look, you can check them out online at fitzauto.com, or you can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. Find out why we've bought 7 vehicles from Fitz Auto. They're that good. Hey-oh, let me put the mic back up. That'll help, right? If you are an advertiser who wants to get on the show, reach out to me at Patrick at patrickandthepeople.com. If you'll note here at the top of our screen, you'll see a new scrolling ticker that goes across. If you are watching that now, you can't click on those, but if, let's say, you were watching it after the fact on the podcast version, those actually, if you hover over it, it will link up and click through to whatever it is, whether
That's
it's
really cool.
any advertiser, any TikTok, anything like that. And then advertisers also, you'll take notice over here on the bottom of the screen on, well, maybe your left or right, opposite of the hats, okay, over there. You see the logos flashing there too. We also have banners on the website. So you get a lot of exposure, not only live, but during the podcast afterwards, the streams there. So it's a lot that you're getting for that. And
Great
for,
rates.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
ridiculous price. I promise you, no matter what size business you are, no matter how small you are, it's a more than affordable. I promise. You'll be very, very happy that you did it. And we're only right now, I want to apologize to Campbell's and Sony and all those companies that keep calling me.
Yeah.
We're only available to small local business right now. I know that, you know, there are companies nationally that would like to advertise. We do get those notifications and we do see them, but we're only offering it to local small business right now because that's the people who have supported me for my entire career. Those are the people that will make this work. So take advantage of it while you can, because there will come a point in time, at some point in the future, where these national advertisers are knocking and they want to spend an amount of money I can't say no to.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
You know.
inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, it will happen at some point. They're going to come in and say, what about this number? And I'm going to go, yep,
Yeah,
that
that's
number's
the
going to
number.
work. Sorry about it, you know,
Right.
everybody, but I'll take that number all day. Yeah.
If
Oh,
does it have the 36 zeros or
Yeah,
whatever? it was?
what was it, a decillion or whatever?
Decillion?
Yeah, that's crazy,
We're not going
man.
to say no to a decillion.
No, it definitely would not say no to a decillion by any stretch of the
Or
imagination.
even like 10% of a decillion.
10%, 1%, it doesn't matter.
Half a
Yeah,
percent. I'll
absolutely.
take it.
Absolutely. Let's see. This says that holiday catalogs are making a comeback. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Is
I
that,
toss my U-lines still every time they show up. So I
what
don't
is
know.
it?
The U-line catalog.
Oh, that's the
catalog.
office supply stuff or whatever?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's office supply stuff and like safety stuff. and
Okay,
packing
yeah.
Stuff
Yeah, well, like work
and-
related.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
work related.
Yeah, well, this is catalogs. It says are making a comeback. J. Crew, the latest company to give it a shot.
Mm.
The idea is for people to be able to take their time instead of flipping through digital pages. One expert says it's to spur interest. A 49% jump has been seen with catalogs and a 125% jump in inquiries about brands. So apparently it's working.
Yeah.
You remember back in the day, when, again, I'm dating myself,
The
but
pennies catalog.
Yeah.
some of you will remember like the big Sears catalog or the big
Yeah.
catalog that you would get.
JCPenney's
Yeah,
catalogs.
and you would go through,
Yeah.
your parents say, go through here and circle things
Circle.
you want for Christmas.
Yeah.
You're not getting any of them.
I was
They
about
go
to say, I
circle
didn't
them.
have that.
Yeah.
Most as I got was to look at the book.
You got to look
Yeah,
at
I
it.
did.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't actually circle
No,
anything
that
or
was
anything like
just-
that.
That
No.
was the
I
most
did-
fun we got to have.
I did get to, I got a pink ruffled canopy bed set from the JCPenney's catalog
Yeah.
one year for Christmas. And it's hilarious because I've never been, in a pink
Yeah, girly girl like
girly
that.
girl kind of thing. But I saw that and I was like, I want it.
Gotta have it.
I
That's
gotta
great.
have
Gotta
it.
have it.
And then I set it on fire.
That's great. Do you set it on fire? Wow. okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was a pyro back in the day,
Were you?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah. And I
Tell
would-
me more.
Well, I was burning little pieces of paper in this really cute denture holder that I'd gotten. I don't even know how or why, but I'm just like sitting on my little tools, my toy chest, la 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 la, lighting fires. I'm right there by my bed. Next thing you know, it's like
On fire.
it's on fire.
Yeah.
And I hear my mom, "Are you smoking in there?" And I'm like 12 years old. I was like, "No, ma'am." but,
No, but my bed's on
but my
fire.
bed's on fire.
Ew.
Sorry, mom.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you remember? You're talking about that gift. It was that probably wasn't your favorite Christmas gift of all. Do you remember your favorite?
No, that really was.
Well,
my,
that was your all-time
Yeah,
favorite.
like that was everything.
Wow, okay,
Yeah,
that's
like
cool.
That set a tone like that.
How long before you burn it up?
Maybe that summer.
Okay.
Didn't last long.
So it
didn't
made
last
at least 6 months you
yeah,
enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I mean, I felt like it was the epitome of the 80s for me,
Right.
the 80s and 90s.
No, I
like,
get
I got that. I had one of those clear see-through phones that lit up.
Oh,
you
man,
know.
those were awesome.
wow.
Oh, yeah. I had a
you were
TV
cool.
that had the VCR in it.
Yeah,
I had a
yeah. My brother had that
boombox.
one. Now the boombox. That's
Oh,
my
it was
favorite
so
birthday
cool.
present ever. The
Oh, yeah.
double cassette
Yes,
boombox.
Oh, man.
yes.
The one you put on your shoulder and it would drop it. They'd like dislocate it
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
The bigger you could get boom boxes, the better it was.
Right.
Now they're hot again.
Right.
Yes.
They just don't have cassettes and stuff in them.
No.
But what about yourself? A favorite Christmas gift as a kid?
Oh man, I have to say, when the PlayStation 2 came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents, they got all Game Exchange had just kind of gotten on
Yeah.
a roll too.
Yeah.
So my parents got all the old shitty game systems we had,
Sure.
like Atari and Super Nintendo. They went and traded those in and got a
PS2.
PS2 for Christmas, and that was the epitome. We never got anything new like that, so that was just like
That was big.
yeah, that was
Awesome.
huge,
And
huge.
did you play it a long time?
Oh yeah, played it forever.
Do you still play games?
Yeah, a little bit, not near as much. I mean,
When you game, what do you like to game?
probably just sports like Madden.
Madden?
Yeah,
Okay. I used to, my son, I used to beat the hell out of him at Madden when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Probably till he was about,
I was about to say,
I
is
don't
he
know,
better
13,
than you
14.
now?
Oh, but they're better at me at any video
Right,
game now
right.
because the way I learned to play video games, you had usually 2, maybe 3 buttons
Right.
and a joystick. Okay. And
Right.
that was it.
Yeah.
I did not need a manual.
Yeah.
Just the instructions were right there.
Yeah.
Kick,
Yeah.
punch, jump,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then this, thing moved me back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the way I still play games.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't want to take time to read all these things. So I would play him in Madden, and he would get mad. I was winning, but I didn't know. I was just punching any button. I didn't care.
Right. Right.
And somehow he couldn't defend that, and I would beat the hell out of him. You know, and he would get so mad at me, man.
Right.
So mad. But now, no, I couldn't beat him in anything. Yeah, Call of Duty came out. That they got into that for a while, and I tried to play it, and I just get dizzy. I just get turned around in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do this, man.
Right.
It's too much. I need to see this from a different perspective, you know.
The Grand Theft Autos are fun, but they only release them like once every 15 years. They come out
Yeah,
with a new ones.
you know, there's nothing more fun than, you know, running into people and beating hookers in a video game.
Oh, 100.
That's my favorite.
My
yeah.
favorite game I ever played was back in the 90s, and it was a Sega game, and it was Mutant League Hockey.
Wow, Sega Genesis.
Yeah, and you know, you were different, you know, mutant teams or whatever, and you're playing hockey, but like honestly, the real goal was just to kill each other. So
Right,
that you had to make the other
yeah.
team forfeit. And some of the rinks like would have sharks that would come up out of the ice and grab
yeah,
people.
that's
It was
great.
so cool.
Yeah, they
That
don't make
sounds
them like
fun.
that anymore.
No, you know, they're way too complicated.
Sega.
They're very theatrical now,
Yeah,
you know,
very
and
theatrical.
it's impressive. I mean, sometimes, you know, you see these games, the footage, and I mean, it's movie quality
amazing.
footage. I mean, it is amazing.
Even Madden. I mean, it's hard to tell whether that's a video
Yeah,
game
it is.
or a real football game.
It really is, and that's amazing. But in some ways, it does take the simplistic
Yeah,
joy
for
out
sure.
of what video games were. Because when I was a kid, my favorite was Galaga, and
Oh, yeah.
you can
Oh,
only
yeah.
move left or right,
Yep.
and that's it,
Yep.
left or right,
Yep.
and you can shoot. That's
Real
it. There's
easy.
nothing else you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I would play that. I put an endless amount of quarters in that, and Mike Tyson Punch Out, Adi
yeah.
blow,
Oh, yeah.
Adi blow, Adi blow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, uppercut,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it was just a math formula.
Oh,
To
yeah.
win that, you'd figure out the formula.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, if I get glass, you da 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 da. You know, and then he'll go
Yeah, there
down,
was
you know.
always an
Yeah.
algorithm you could figure out in
You
those
could
old games.
figure that out. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And now some of the games, like I know a lot of people like Red Dead Redemption.
yeah, no, I think my friend Jay Sorsby plays that or did. I don't know.
But within the gameplay, there's, cutscenes. And some
Yeah.
of those will last 20, 30 minutes.
Really?
Oh my God.
Just to play through Red
That's
Dead Redemption takes, like over 100 hours of
Wow.
gameplay
Wow.
because you sit through
A
so
bunch of
many of the,
bullshit.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, see, I didn't put a quarter in the machine to watch a
Right,
video.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
bruh.
want to push buttons and kill things. Yeah,
If I'm
that's what
putting
I'm
a
trying to do.
quarter in a machine to watch something, it's not going to be.
I'll never forget. Hold on, that reminds me, man. That reminds me, man. One time, again, I was super young and I didn't know any better, and I went over to a particular adult store that was over on 65th at the time. It was
Yes.
at the time. I don't know if it still is, but I walked in and I was looking around. Right, I'm looking for something in particular at the time. It was kind of an in and out thing. Oh, that's the wrong way. Anyway,
Definitely in and out.
but I see this guy and he's walking down this hall and he's jingling all this change, and I'm like, what is he doing, man?
right.
And I finally had the courage to say, what's up with the change over here? Oh, so you would go in these things, you put quarters in, and it plays these porn movies, and I assume that everybody's in there going Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
And they're having their own ditty parties,
Right.
and but it's got to be frustrating to, be about halfway there, and all of a sudden you realize you got to
Yeah.
put more quarters in.
Right.
It kills
Oh,
the mood.
come on,
Right,
man!
right.
I got to start over now.
It kills
I
the
love-
Who
mood.
goes? I mean,
I
how
love the
does
nonchalantness of it. Though.
I
It's
know,
like,
like
an
it's
errand
nothing.
you would run on the way home. or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just gonna
I gotta-
swing by and bang one out.
It always seemed like that because I know the particular shop you're talking about. And every
Yeah.
time we were over in that area, it kind of just seemed like it was, oh, I'm on my way home. Let me
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
off
I
at
get
the
some
purple
groceries,
building.
get off.
Ever
Been
accidentally
in there a
stopped at
couple
one that had a glory hole?
I never made it down that hallway.
Yeah, I didn't make it down the hallway, but I saw the hallway. There was a line.
Oh, blessings.
A line.
I'm pretty sure the building is still there. I'm not sure if it's still functioning as a purveyor of adult
I
novelties.
don't know if it is. I did the other day.
Spencer may have bought it.
He may have.
The-
Spencer may
yeah,
have.
he may have bought it.
Cupid.
Cupid.
Yeah. The other day, what was it? Oh, yeah. My son told me, and I say the other day, it was probably a few months back. But apparently, somewhere that he went to get massages was a happy ending location.
No kidding.
Yeah. And he said he went in. He said he had no idea.
Right.
No
right.
idea at all. He said, I go in, just, get a massage,
Yeah.
And he said at the end, she reached up and said, "Do you?" And he was like, "No. I have a girlfriend. No.
Right, right.
Don't do that."
I just want the basic.
And I was like,
I just want a massage.
"She was already there, bro. What do you?"
Right. It was Tyler.
No, I did not say that. I did
It was
say that.
Tyler.
I was like, she's already there.
Man.
Part of the massage, honey. I didn't know.
I
Right.
had no idea.
Oh, that's wrong.
Physical therapy and service
Yeah,
would come
she's
in
a
all
professional.
forms. Yeah.
Speaking of therapy, because we've talked, all of us have at some point talked about addiction in here, and just get your take on this real quick. So, according to this, scientists are hopeful a new experimental brain zapping can help people overcome their addictions to drug or alcohol. Doctors at West Virginia, of course, the Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute, have a special $1 million helmet and goggles that people wear while being showing images of what they're struggling with. The helmet then pulses parts of the brain with ultrasound waves until the cravings are gone. A reported 3/4 have remained substance-free for months. What do you think?
Okay. I mean, if it works, fantastic.
I was gonna say if they got the results, I mean, I guess,
but
but
like I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind is Ghostbusters. Whenever he's doing the, he's holding up the cards and trying to get the guy to
Does it
like,
guess what it is?
and he keeps zapping the guy. Like that's just what I think about. And I mean, okay, it's sound waves.
Yeah, ultrasound,
Ultrasound waves,
Yeah, like
okay.
like with the you put the Vaseline on the head.
Yeah,
and
this is
I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, that's what you do with the ultrasound. You
$1 million
right.
helmet. Bless it.
man,
What if you break it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm afraid to put any helmet that sends any waves in my brain.
Agreed.
Right.
I'm just a little anxious about it. I need to see a little more before I'm like, yeah, throw the helmet on me.
Right.
I'm not going to be in the alpha or beta stage of that. Like,
oh, yeah, right.
y'all work all that out.
Well, it's going to get rid of that craving, but what if it took out another craving at the same
Exactly,
time?
that was
What
my
if all of
I
a
ate chocolate
sudden?
after that?
Yeah, what if
Or
all of a sudden?
sex.
Yeah,
I
that's
was gonna say.
that's the problem right
Right,
there.
What
right.
if you take my desire for sex?
Yeah, because then my desire for life ended.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. I should not say
Right,
that.
right.
No, it is a horrible thing. Like being a woman of a certain age, there's certain things that start happening, and you're like, "What the f?" And
Yeah.
one of them is like
Libido drops some.
libido drops, and
Yeah.
you're like, "This sucks
Yeah. Yeah.
so much."
Yeah. I don't know that feeling, but I hear you.
All right.
I hear you, and
You
I'm
feel
sorry
bad
for you.
me?
Yeah.
Well, and I went to go get all this addressed, have my hormones checked, and everything was completely dismissed by my doctor. So doctors be better because some
I
of us are
will-
losing our will to live.
I will say this. I should not say this as often. I should
Say
not.
it.
But I will say that I once had, when I was a senior in high school, I had a girlfriend.
Are you gonna name her?
No, hell no, I'm not.
You're pausing
No,
for
she-
dramatic
yeah,
effect.
I'm
yeah.
pausing because I thought about it for a second, but she's a very sweet person, a very, very sweet person. But man, I had to break up because she just wanted to have sex too much.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds insane,
No.
but I was like, she didn't want to go out anymore. She didn't want to do anything. And that it is a compliment in a way.
Is she
Right.
I mean, I appreciate the compliment, but I was just like, man, there's more to do than this, I mean, we go.
When you can only do it so many
I
times.
mean, it's like, man, my back hurts, okay?
Right, right.
Raw.
My battery is
I'm
running
sorry.
out.
Stuff gets raw. It gets so uncomfortable, You can't hawk to everything.
That's right. Wendy said, by the way, my CB handle is Phoenix.
Yes,
All right, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. Tina said, we're going to Fayetteville to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show tonight. It's going to be so
Okay.
dope.
Nice.
You know what? I'm not a fan of the movie, but I do know that experience is a really, really cool
Very
thing
cool.
to do because people get together and watch that. They all dress up.
Yep.
They throw things.
Yep.
It's a really
Dance
unique
scenes.
camaraderie
Right.
that happens there. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the movie, but I get why people love doing it because what an
It's really
experience
cool.
that is. Yeah. I did once do the show, and it was a lot of fun. I have not been back, but this one said, I tried putting it in CB handle, but it goes against community standards.
Oh.
You got a good one then.
It must be a pretty decent one then, yeah.
Can you put it in emoticons?
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
little
yeah,
little
there's
images and
lots
let
of
us
ways.
figure it out.
I don't know if it does take emoticons here, so yeah, you can do that. You could do that. All right, let's see. We need to do something different here real quick.
Life hack. Bullhorn fart amplifier.
Give me that bullhorn.
Hey!
Here you go.
Yeah, I don't want to back down.
Do you live or work in Conway, and are you a vapor? Yeah, and listen, stop going to crappy gas stations to get your vapes. Go to Crazy J's. They've got 2 locations in Conway, every kind of flavor you can imagine. Not only that, but if you love the electric lettuce, and who doesn't, they've got all kinds of glassware, some of the coolest stuff that you've ever seen. So no matter whether you're trying to get your vape on or your bud on, Crazy J's is the way to go. Check them out. They've got 2 locations in Conway. Crazy J's for all your vape and smoke needs, baby. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. All right, we are back. So let's talk about a little food right now. I know probably lots of you, it's 8:34. So you're either just finishing breakfast or you're already dreaming about what you're eating for lunch today. And a lot of people do plan around meals, don't they? So, you know, I guess we've decided in this stage we hate bread as a people.
Yes.
Allegedly, right? I do love bread, but we hate it because it puts too much on you, right?
It's gluten.
Yeah, well,
Well, it does hurt my
it's the
tummy.
carbs, right?
It's delicious.
So the pickle bun sandwich
Oh, gosh.
has officially hit the mainstream. That's right. Jimmy John's
No.
introduced its latest menu item, the Pickle Witch.
Ugh.
It uses kosher dill pickles instead of bread and packs on all the same stuff with the pickles. So they offer the Vito. That's a remix of the original Vito sub. It features a gutted kosher dill pickle with salami, capicola, provolone, lettuce, tomato, onion sauce, and herbs, or the turkey and provolone. And they're also bringing back the pickled chips to go with it. You say, ugh.
I love pickles, but like, bro, no.
Same, yeah. I love
No.
pickles, but
That's too much.
Well, and
Yeah,
what
it's
have
too
they
much.
done to that pickle to make it that freaking big?
Right,
You
right.
know,
It's like
like,
the
I'm
very
really
That
sad
is
about
a
that
big
too.
pickle. That is weird, isn't
A
it?
big pickle.
That's a big pickle. I have a theory about. No, I shouldn't say. Girls that like pickles.
yeah.
Pickles are delicious.
Yeah, and girls that like pickles.
Yeah. Are delicious.
Yeah. They might find, never
They
mind.
might be.
I
I
gotta
don't
I gotta
know.
stop. I'm going to do something
There's
wrong.
something about asparagus, right?
Well,
Maybe pickles the same.
I'm just saying, if,
Pineapple,
if
yeah.
you're willing to, have you ever seen anyone eat a pickle? I mean, just watch them.
Yeah.
What does that need to tell you? Okay, that's all you need to know.
Well, it depends on what the pickle is.
Yeah, now not the baby pickles. I'm talking about the ones that buy the
big
pickle in the
ones.
bag. Yeah,
Spicy.
yeah. You see someone with a bag pickle, you're like, yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
According to this article, you tell me if you think it's true. All relationships aren't equal. Science has found a way to categorize the boundaries. In 2016, 3 relationship scientists, that is their job, whatever that really means, studied unwed couples in their mid-20s to determine if there's any definability to figure out how many types of couples there are, really. And they came to the conclusion there are only 4 types of couples in the world, period.
All
4
right.
types. See if you agree and see if you're one of them.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. So the number 1, the on and off again couple, says known as the on again, off again couple. You're this type of couple. You might make the stock exchange dizzy with your up and down, back and forth relationship. 1 minute hot, the next cold. Conflict pushes you apart. Passion pushes you back together. When you're together, you're together. When you're not, you're not.
Sounds like my second husband.
The second one, okay. The number 2, the drama couple.
Oh, no, that's it.
Do you and your partner find yourselves often in the middle of a new issue or problem? You make spur of the moment decisions based on issues outside the relationship. Do you spend more of your time with your friends doing things without really consulting one another or trying to do things as a couple then you're in a dramatic relationship and the waters are choppy. Says these couples have a lot of ups and downs. Their commitment swings wildly. If you're in this sort of person who focuses on the negative and allows factors outside the relationship to drive your opinion, you're going to be focused on other factors. So that's the drama.
I feel like that's like the popular relationship right now, just
That's
based
the
off
most
of
frequent.
It does
you see
seem
everywhere.
like a very popular one,
Yeah.
doesn't it? No, I don't disagree.
Okay.
The social butterfly couple?
Oh,
Does your perfect night out involve your significant other and a bunch of friends you all share? Does social activity become the hub of your relationship because you do it together rather than separate and go your own way? Then you and your partner could have a socially based relationship that's strong because of the people and things you share. Yeah, to some extent, I think that's part and parcel. My wife and I, we do share a lot of social stuff like that. I mean, I'd say that's part of it. The focused on each other couple. You love spending time with your significant other. You do everything together. You share hobbies and fun times alike. And you like to spend more time bonding. You'd rather be with them than anyone else. Does that seem like the only 4 couples that there could be?
Well, I don't have any fancy letters behind my name, but I feel like there's probably some others, you know.
You feel like
Like
maybe
I-
that's an oversimplification?
I
they
do.
simplified it
I
way
mean,
down.
there's a standard, you know,
Yeah.
the friends with benefits is been around for a really long time, you know, and I mean, there's the
Do those work out? Let me ask that question. I'm very curious. I've not. I don't think I've ever had. If I stop and pause, a friends with benefit relationship. It seems like that one person in that relationship
somebody always gets
always
feelings.
wants to
Yeah,
move forward with a relationship, and someone always does not.
that seems to be the standard course.
Yeah.
Relationship. I don't know. Listening to those, I would say that my current marriage started off like that last one. You know,
They always together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then kind of turned into the
The
social
drama.
one.
Oh.
No, really, the social thing. My current husband and I never lived together, so you know we would. Well, you know, the housing market was just absolute shit.
Right,
4 years
right.
ago. But it, you know, we'd spend time together as much as we could. Blah 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 blah. But then it got to where it was just like, well, I had my schedule, he had his schedule. There's all these other things going
Right.
on, and we would basically see each other at a social thing, or we'd hang out and watch wrestling on the weekend,
Right.
and then I'd go home.
Oh wow, that
Yeah.
is interesting. Now that brings to mind some of these people who have what they call sleep divorces,
Yeah.
where that they sleep in separate rooms even though they're together as a couple in the same house.
Totally pro that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like
Yeah.
being sleeping by yourself or what?
Well, I'm 44. I've been basically.
Are you 44?
Yeah, I've been
Well,
basically. on
kudos to you. You
Oh my
look
God,
great.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say, I
look
would have
great.
never guessed you were
Thanks,
44.
Yeah, you look
thank
great.
you.
44,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. But my husband snored, and he would get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. This is when I wasn't getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He had some just offensive alarm. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
bro. And I mean, I'd sometimes be
Yeah.
up until 2 o'clock in the morning just because,
Right.
you know, my
Because,
ADHD
yeah.
kicks in or something. And it just didn't work. It just didn't work.
It was
Ugh.
disruptive to
It
your
was
sleep.
Well, it's disruptive to both of us. Well,
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, no, you
Mine,
were
not
disrupted, not
his.
his. No,
I was
he-
disrupted,
yeah.
not him. Yeah.
What do you could you do that? Do you do that? What do you think about that?
Man, I feel kind of silly saying it, but I'm a cuddler. I gotta have my wife in bed. I gotta have my wife in bed. I can't sleep in
That
it.
is
No, I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
for sure.
appreciate that. No, I
Oh, I'm so not. I'm like, we can cuddle for like 2 minutes after
Yeah.
coitus, and then I'm like, get
Yeah,
off.
and
me.
now I don't know if
That's
my
great.
wife enjoys it as much as I do. Like if you ask her,
she
she'd
doesn't
be like,
have
yeah.
like a choice in. Or
Right,
like, come
right.
here. I am
Um,
the big spoon.
Yeah.
No, we definitely could not do I don't think we could do separate bedrooms, but she has made sure that, like for example, I was the guy that snored like a freight train. Matter of
Right.
fact, my
You got CPAP?
grandfather, my entire childhood, we used to joke about it, and he lived till he was, Jesus, 92, 93, and
Right.
he should have been dead
Yeah.
long before that, not just in World War II.
Yeah.
Right.
Because this dude snored, and he would be in the back of the house, and you could hear it in the front of the house. I mean, I've never heard anyone snore louder.
Right.
And my grandmother slept next to him every night of her life,
Oh man.
every night of her life. And I'm like, I would punch him,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
you know? But I snored like that
Yeah.
when I met Laura, and she was like, "Listen, I yes, it's disruptive, but I'm more concerned you're going to die."
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I went and had a sleep test and got on a CPAP
Yep.
machine, and it changed my life. Literally,
yeah.
it saved my life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you think I'm joking, because maybe you're somebody out there who you snore real bad, your wife punches you, tells you snore real bad. Maybe it's your husband telling you. I don't know.
Maybe.
You don't have to be a guy
Sleep
or
big.
fat.
No.
I was both at the time, anyway. And I'm still thick, but I was much bigger then, I
Still a
think.
guy too, right?
Mostly, yeah. Yeah, it's not complete
Platypus.
yet.
At least
Yeah,
on Wednesdays.
yeah. I'm getting a beaver tail installed.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it'll smack that ass. But anyway, no, I went and did the sleep study, which is weird on its own. It's the weirdest thing because you're in this room and they hook all these electrodes. I mean, like a lot of them to you. And so rolling over is real challenging. And they're like, all right, now we've hooked all this stuff up to you. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
We'll be watching. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but fortunately, I went to sleep. And anyway,
I'd be so worried about like farting with them watching.
well, and then what they do is in the middle of it, they'll go on speaker. Could you roll over, please? And they'll say it till you hear it, because you have to wake up like, huh? What? Okay. Where am I? Who's telling me to roll over?
Right. What's all this shit
yeah.
hooked to me?
Yeah, right. What am I doing here? I'm Wolverine. What's going on? No, and so then you have your consultation with the doctor after, and so I'm sitting there. He goes, so here's what we found out. You're waking up on average 72 times an hour.
72 times an hour?
An hour. And I said, well, or no, oh, wait. 72 times an hour. That's right.
That's insane.
And I said, so I mean, I don't know what that means to me. What does that really mean? And he said, well, we have a rule. If you're 40 and you're waking up 40 times an hour, you'll be dead within 10 years of a heart attack.
Wow.
He said, I don't have a rule for 40 and 72,
Yeah.
but it's not good.
It's not good.
I said, okay, well, I'm down with this CPAP
Yeah. Like,
thing.
what's up, bro?
I said, how long do I need to do it? And he goes, how long would you like to live? I said, yeah, sign me up.
Question,
Right.
bro.
And I'm going to tell you something. I won't even go anywhere. I will
No,
not stay the
without it.
night anywhere without. I can't even sleep without it.
Right.
And it seems like it would be so intrusive. And they have much better ones now. Even
Yeah.
You can even have procedures where they put things in now. And
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah, there's a procedure where it's just a little thing that just like a little switch that goes in and it'll fix it for you. But I'll tell you,
Technology's
it really
It's worth it.
it's a serious business
it.
whether you think it is or not. You're not just loud and snoring. You could be in trouble.
So what do you feel like when you go from waking up 72 times an hour to getting a good night's rest? Could you tell an immediate difference in how
Hell
you feel?
yes, I could. Yes,
Yeah.
hell yes.
You can't figure out why you feel like shit, or, why I'm always tired.
right.
Yeah.
I could
Irritable.
sleep 8-10 hours,
Yeah.
wake up and still feel exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
you,
didn't
you're not
understand why,
sleeping. You're
no.
waking up every minute.
I was
of the
never
night.
making
More
REM.
than that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, and I was never getting into REM sleep. So how did it changed everything?
Yeah, I'm
Are
sure.
you in a medical journal somewhere?
Probably
That's
so.
cool.
Yeah, probably so. I'm sure I am.
I had a buddy surf my couch for a couple of years, and he had real bad sleep apnea. And I told him, I said, dude, you got to get that taken care of, because I would wake up in the middle of the night and just go watch him on my couch. Because at one point, like,
He's
they
sucking
will
in the
stop
curtains.
breathing,
They will
you
stop
know?
breathing.
They'll stop breathing. And it's like,
And you'll start.
yeah.
It's really wild,
Right.
to be honest with you. It's if you really watch, it's kind of scary, freaky, weird.
Yeah.
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 If you think about it like that.
Well, and if you're snoring and stuff like that, folks, like don't die just to look cool, because nobody's
yeah,
watching
that's
you
the
sleep
biggest
except for
thing.
the ghost.
Exactly.
Man,
That's the
if
biggest
you
thing.
ain't had sex pretending you're a pilot in your CPAP machine, you ain't done nothing, okay?
Oh,
We're about to ascend to 10,000 feet, and
here
Feel
comes
like that's
Maverick.
an
Yeah.
OnlyFans episode.
there you go.
Could be.
It's a new video release.
All right, let's do this before we go.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning somebody. Why you laughing? Why you laughing?
It's not funny,
It's
and
hilarious.
if you
There
laugh,
go.
you're in big trouble. Okay. Oh, that's the Office Space kind of sound right there.
Yeah, I
you
like
hear that?
I
Oh,
like that. Chill.
you remember from Office Space?
Absolutely.
Kind of sounds like that when they're about to break the copy machine.
It feels good to be a gangster.
That's right. Feels good to be a gangster. A 107-year-old woman from Ohio stunned social media users showing off a huge horn growing out of her forehead. The centenarian named Chen became an unexpected star in Chinese, their TikTok, which is called Douyin, and a video that showed her flaunting the 4-inch devil horn.
Oh my.
Many viewers believe the bizarre protrusion is the secret behind her advanced age and are describing it as the longevity horn.
Oh.
Yeah, that's also the never mind.
That is what they're
Yeah,
calling.
She could make a killing on OnlyFans.
That's on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
she
an
can make a
OnlyFans.
killing on OnlyFans.
Yeah. That's giving it. Never
And maybe
mind.
even
now.
like a back room OnlyFans, you know.
It's like a
little
different
snuff
giving
film.
head.
It is.
That's
about as
wrong.
niche as
That's
you can
wrong. The growth has developed over several years, yet she remains in good health. Doctors identified it as a cutaneous horn. That's often
Yeah.
associated with sun exposure, it says. It's generally benign, but they do monitor these kind of growths. She's not the only senior citizen to hit headlines for that. Back in 2019, a 74-year-old Indian man had a 4-inch horn removed from the top of his skull.
Ew. Y'all
Yeah.
need to
Oh,
get Dr.
dude.
Pimple Popper out there, take care of that stuff.
Do you watch that, Dr.
Oh,
Pimple? You like
yeah.
that? You like seeing that?
Oh yeah, I love that stuff. There's something really just
Really?
calming about it. I don't like
can-
lipomas though because it looks like chicken cutlet they're taking out of people. But give me a nice thick cyst or
Oh, I can't do those.
yes, I
cannot do
love it.
Wow, okay. You know, there are a lot of people that do.
Oh yeah, I would go be a dermatologist just to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you just want to do that.
I just want to do that. Like I
Right.
want to
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I don't know
Every-
lipomas, no plastic surgery.
I
I
don't-
just want to exercise your
Yeah.
goo.
I've always had a pretty good skin, really, but every once in a while you get a blackhead or something. Laura says, "Let me monkey your face."
Yes.
She goes, "Let me monkey your face," because you ever see monkeys?
Oh,
They pick
yeah.
at each other.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like
I love
something you
that.
do on OnlyFans.
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 Yeah.
Oh, I probably could charge for that. Actually, I could. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has joined the multi-state manhunt for Tennessee parolee who allegedly staged a bear attack in an attempt to cover up a hiker's murder. Hey, that's an elaborate plan.
Wow.
You thought about that
I
one.
didn't think about that.
Nick Hamlet pretended to be a man named Brandon Andretti when he dialed 911, told police he was injured and trapped in a body of water after a bear chased him off a cliff while hiking in Hamilton County. Authorities traced the call to near Tellico Plains. There they found a bloodied corpse with Andretti's ID, but an autopsy revealed the dead man was not Andretti. Authorities don't know who the dead man is, but forensic
Dun, dun,
experts are
dun.
working to produce a sketch to identify him. Police later learned Andretti's ID had been stolen by Hamlet, used multiple times. They believe he stole it to escape parole, faked his death, used a fake name when the police questioned him, and now they're trying to figure out who he killed and why he lured him into the woods.
Probably somebody from OnlyFans.
A lot of OnlyFans going on today.
of
That's what I know.
Oh, they're like, oh, you want to meet up?
Yeah.
Cha cha cha.
Okay, rapper Lil Durk. Lil Durky Durk. Rapper Lil Durk arrested Thursday in Florida by U.S. Marshals on a charge of murder for hire. The 32-year-old from Chicago, real name is Dirk Devontae Banks, was booked into Broward County Jail. It comes as 5 people associated with his hip-hop collective, Only the Family, OTF, were arrested on a federal indictment accused of committing murder for hire that resulted in the death for revenge for the death of a fellow group member. So it was one of those things where, you know, the rappers started going at each other.
Yeah.
It really started as something real simple and escalated into something obviously involving murder. And now Lil Durk, in spite of the fact that he's a very big time artist, is going to go to prison for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. We were talking about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me, I had to cough. But anyway, it's unfortunate because these guys, even though they get great success and wealth, they can't put down the street. They
Right.
can't put down the "you talk crap about me," and as a man, I can't take that, so I have
Right.
to kill you now.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, man, you are good.
I've got to ruin
Yeah.
my life to prove a point.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we were talking about it yesterday, and I asked my son, I said, you ever seen that Key and Peele skit? He was like, which one? I said, oh, let me pull it up. There's a great Key and Peele skit, but it goes along with this because a lot of these rappers, they tell on themselves in their raps.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's this Key and Peele skit where it's a rapper, he's being investigated for a murder, and they keep playing his lyrics
Yeah,
for him, and he's confessing to the murder.
I literally said him by name. You
Yeah.
murdered this guy.
Yeah, he gives his alibi, everything.
Right.
He talks about a shellfish allergy. It's hilarious, but
Yeah.
but that's exactly what he did. He rapped about the murder, and that's what really,
Wow.
yeah.
Y'all
I mean,
stupid.
Come on, man. I mean, that's not very smart, is it? If you're gonna
No.
kill somebody, I mean, be smart about it. Damn. Okay,
Yeah,
this
don't
is
talk about it.
this is a really weird and crazy story. A New York model and a singer who fled to Los Angeles to escape her ex-boyfriend alleges he cracked her skull during a domestic beating and covered it up with a forced procedure without anesthesia and locked her up in his home as a sex slave. Could be a good weekend, maybe not.
Now,
Sounds
what
like an
category?
OnlyFans episode.
I was gonna say, what category of the four couples do they fall
Right?
into? Like,
That may be the drama. Yeah. Maya Sia is a North Carolina native who uses her middle name professionally, suing Dr. Amar Mahmood,
Sounds about right.
whose clinic is headquartered on Fifth Avenue in New York City.
Yeah.
It was a beating, literally a beating, within the inch of her life. That's what her lawyer says. It's an incredible story. Then he tries to take her and fix her himself. Says Frankenstein-like. They had graphic photos of bruises on her face, other parts of her body. Said there's a dent in her head from where she was hit. She hasn't fully healed. Selfie photos she took showed the alleged abuse, badly bruised, broken nails, bloody lips, other injuries. The doctor also forced her to take antidepressants and medical-grade ketamine
Ooh.
to keep her subservient.
Yeah.
The client had come forward out of concern for other women's safety. Mahmoud's ex-wife previously accused him of abuse as well. She believes that she's protecting other people from further abuse. The attempt to reach the doctors directly were unsuccessful, as you can imagine.
Yeah, he's on vacay.
Right. But they did take photos of him over the weekend, driving a Bentley, carrying a Louis Vuitton shopping bag, and picking up bottles of wine at a Manhattan store.
Yeah.
Of course, he denied any kind of wrongdoing
He's
at all.
celebrating.
Yeah. The couple met at a yacht party in Miami, and you think, hey, if you meet at a yacht party, guy's pretty cool. He's probably going to be a decent guy, right?
No.
No.
Not at all.
No, probably a piece of ass.
Yeah, I've seen that Dateline episode.
Yeah. Shortly after they started dating, he was invited, or she was invited to move into his $2 million apartment. Then he locked her up like a sex slave, and it started.
Yeah.
And this went on for quite a length of time.
Mm,
Man, that is crazy town right there, people.
it is.
I mean, wow. How about that? What do you think? Man.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. And I did have one more here, and I may as well do it because
Why not?
use it or lose it, right?
Right.
This is some Indiana Jones shit. A woman in Kansas died after backing into a moving airplane propeller while taking selfies.
Shut up, shut
Ooh.
up.
Oh.
No. No.
What a way to go. What a way to go.
Oh, my head hurts.
I wonder how her OnlyFans account turned out.
No. A little messy. 37-year-old Amanda Gallagher taking photos at the air capital drop zone. People were getting off of planes, and she backed right into the active propeller.
Jeez.
Her family has a GoFundMe, and
Take it
I
down.
assume this is a closed casket event
Yeah, I mean,
because she is a puddle of a person after that. I mean, that is, wow, man, that's some nightmare stuff right there. You know, she was done, and she didn't even know, probably. I mean, she might have had a headache instantaneously, but didn't last.
right.
But boy, everybody else saw that.
Yeah, imagine looking out your airplane.
Yeah,
Mind-boggling
isn't it?
the level of self-centeredness and disconnection
Gotta get that selfie.
folks are doing.
Gotta get the selfie.
Come on now.
Let me date myself. I'm not a selfie person. Every
Yeah.
time I try to do it, I was like, "This is what you look like, honey. Stop.
Yeah, right.
Like, stop."
Oh,
All right. Listen, if you're moving and you need a reliable, trustworthy moving company. You want someone licensed, bonded, insured. Probably want someone with experience. How about 20 years and over 2,000 moves? That's Metro Moving, baby. That's Little Rock's best moving company. You can go to metromoving.co. That's CO. There's no M. I guess the only M you need is Metro Moving. You see what I did, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, .co. Okay, metromoving.co. And one more thing here that you need to know. Listen to this. Did you know that Arkansas child custody laws changed in 2021? There's now a rebuttable presumption that joint custody is in the best interest of your child. Look, if you're dealing with divorce, child custody, something like that, there's three things you need from your attorney. You need him to be experienced, you need him to be aggressive, and you need him to be effective. And that is exactly what you get at Robertson, Oswald, and Noni. These guys know what they're doing. Bonnie has been my personal attorney for many years, and she is amazing, as are the other two. If you've got those kind of issues, don't take a second choice attorney. Go to the best and let them get it done for you. You can call them at 496-6633. That's 496-6633, or go to robertson-law-firm.com. Somebody, and it came and then it disappeared, and I wish that I want to see the name because it was a great line, but and maybe it'll pop back up here in a second. It said the bear should sue for defamation. That's a good line right there. That's a good line. Hey, I just want to thank everybody, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all that you're doing to help us out, streaming and sharing this with everybody. Just keep spreading the word that we're back and better than ever, and that this thing is rocking and rolling, baby. And we thank you for being here, and we will talk to you again very, very soon.
See you guys.